What's up, everybody? So check out the show tonight. We have a special guest tonight over here. And I'll tell you who it is in a minute. I just want to say, hey, everybody. Hey, Uncle Mark. He says it's 59 degrees Fahrenheit right now up in Manitoba, Canada. That's warm. Wow. Wow, that is nice. Everybody's saying hey to Mike. Hey, Ken. He's over here. Let's see. Henry's here. What's up, Henry? Let's see. Brett's here. So we'll get the show started, but I want to give you guys a rundown for what's going on, and then we're going to say hi to our special guest. So tonight we got a couple of things going on. So I want to show you guys. So a viewer, his name is Scott, and I guess he was inspired by some of the old school machines that I do, especially the old green mowers. He's got some picks. So over the winter, he came up with a couple of kind of cool old school Craftsman lawnmowers, and we're going to take a look at that. And he was inspired by the show here, and he kind of went over them the same way I did. I don't know if he sold them yet, but he hit me up the other day on email, and he was like, "Hey, Arch, check this out. I got these kind of cool old machines, and you sort of inspired me to do it, and I picked up a few, and I'm going to be selling them. Check out what I did." So we need to check this guy out. All right. It's exactly the kind of stuff that I love. And actually, I have a customer here. I'm almost done with him. The fellow that I remember I did the video, I guess about a week ago. I don't remember. It was on the two-stroke Craftsman weed whacker. And I was talking about how, sometimes you use things like this to try to get, more work, make a customer, and try to make somebody happy. And yeah, the guy dropped off his lawnmower, and it actually is. It's a 24-year-old gray Craftsman, but it's actually in pretty good shape, and the guy took pretty good care of it, considering it's 24 years old. So I actually did get another job, and he has other stuff, and of course, this was for his son, who just bought a house, and that must be something like a $500,000 house that I paid like $130,000 for. So, yeah. See, I'm looking over here. You guys are going to see in a minute. You got to be patient. So we're going to check that out, and I think we'll start off with that. And then Mikey was here. So Mikey with his mini bike did his first ride, and I caught that on film. Well, it's not film, on video. So I caught that. Shush you. Don't make any noise. No noise. Zit, no smiling, nothing. All right. So we're going to catch that. She's going to make fun of me. Oh, I slipped. This person over here. See, what are your pronouns? Don't say anything. So what? What are your preferred pronouns? They, them, his, her? I prefer thou.
And thus.
And thus. So Mike was ecstatic. That's Mikey, right? He was absolutely ecstatic. So we're going to check out that video. I'll cue that one up. Yeah, he was. It's fast. It's stupid, silly, dangerous, fast, and you'll see. We'll get to that. And so we'll also talk about Liz's reaction, right, when she was driving it, because she almost dumped it into the tree. Well, I almost did that too. But smile engaged. So this thing it's got the capacity to engage smiles. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And then my garden out there in the back, right? My equipment garden, okay? I did some scrapping. And so the good, the bad, and the ugly, we're going to take a look at that too in a little bit. And also Johnny's video. Yeah, I don't know if he's here. Yeah, Johnny Bravo's here. So Johnny Bravo says we all need a mini bike with a full build. Yeah, I was actually poking around and looking for something for Big Mike. And I found a couple, but they're a little expensive just going in. But we're going to look at one of Johnny's video. And also the link for Johnny Bravo's channel is in the description. So many of you already know, but those of you that don't, and also anybody else that pops in, later on, because sometimes people watch my videos after the live. And I also wanted to shout out and thank you to everybody, because I just got over 7,000 subs. And one of my live videos, crazy as it is, was like 1,100 views, which is probably the kind of views like where somebody like accidentally clicks on it, right? And they're like, oh crap, what is this? And I was going to see if I could go over a few of the insults and rants that people give me, because some people just don't like me. That's just awesome. my ex-wife always used to say that there is no in between with you, John. Either people like you or they just don't like you at all. And yeah, some of the people definitely shared their views of old Arch over here. So let's get started. Let me catch up to you guys. So let's see. Robert's here. So can't see. Hey, Hank. And hello, Mr. Old Makeup. Yeah, I'm in makeup. Yeah, because I need it. Right? It doesn't work very well. Even when I put makeup on, it still comes out the same. Brett says, okay, I'm here for a minute. Hey, Brett. Hey, Archie. Ken says, hey, Robert. Hey, Ken. Robert says, Henry says, Robert and Brett, hello. Johnny Burrow says, Arch, happy Saturday, gentlemen. Yeah. So, by the way, Johnny's video, this is exactly why. And this is, I'm kind of paraphrasing. It's really one of the reasons why some of us men should not be married. And you'll see in the video. And those of us that were or are, if you were to do something like this, you probably wouldn't be married afterwards. So we'll get to that video a little bit. Johnny says hi. Amy says hi to Johnny. Charlie said hi. Oh, Charlie, yeah. How's Charlie doing? I can't believe he's still doing his thing. My dog too. He's having like a power spurt today. He's in and out of the house. In and out of the house. Says we all need a mini bike with a full build. Absolutely, amen to that. Ken says, pronoun it. Yeah, pronoun it. Boneyard's here. He says, hey, all. And says, hey, Boneyard. Hey, Ken. Robert says, holy cow, I may get over 12 subs with that endorsement. Yeah, right. Well, I think I just released, hold on, Ken says, congrats on 7K. Thank you, Ken. Robert says, hello, Henry. So what was it? I was telling Liz, so I just released the actual sort of promo with Liz, and it's a little bit different. You guys always see the stuff that I do first, which isn't always complete, and not everything always kind of gets released. So I dump it on you guys first. I dump all the crap on you guys first. So when I put it out there, and I said to Liz, I said, I'm going to shoot this. And she kind of looks at me, and I said, I just want you to prepare because you're going to be famous. And it could be tens of people watching this. Maybe tens of tens. And she looks at me, she goes, like, tens? I'm like, yeah, tens. It could be tens, maybe tens of tens, or hundreds of ones. So I think it hit like 107 views. So, like I said, it's exactly right. All right, everybody, let's check out our guest. No! There she is. Look. Hold on, let me shut this thing off. Hold on, wait.
His eye.
Yeah, I don't know. You should be able to hear her. Let's see. Yeah, say something.
Hi.
So any questions for my fair-haired, curly-haired, wonderful, beautiful daughter over here who's wearing, thanks to TJ for the nice Arches Garage sweatshirt, that she's wearing the extra large, and I have to wear the one that's too tight for me. All right, because my daughter wants what she wants, and she gets it, and that's the end of it. So she figured she wanted to bring. She's got, what is it? A helicopter? What is that?
Mm-hmm. It's a remote control helicopter.
Is that like Bluetooth operated?
No, it's battery operated.
No, Bluetooth as in Bluetooth connection.
Oh yeah,
like it's wireless,
yeah,
but yeah. But it's kind of we have it set dark in here because that's just the way I do it after being in the bright light of day. Mm-hmm. You know, the vampire in me needs to come out. So we kind of like, I set my cameras mostly manual, and I figured, well, why not, right? Why should I have it bright in here?
Not required.
You know, not required, but the cameras are in manual. So if I turn the lights on, it'll be too much.
Yeah.
But maybe later on, if she's still awake or something, maybe we'll take like one camera and we'll make adjustments to it.
That'll be fun.
You know, that will be fun.
I suck at flying it, but
she's not bad. She's not bad. She took it out. Remember, you took it outside the other day and you lost it.
It lost connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be too much microwave or something.
It was like $20 from Target. So
yeah, we definitely got to play with
cheap.
it.
Yeah.
For $20. Remember those when she was a kid, I tried buying some of these like helicopters from back in the day. Mm-hmm. And they were flying into the trees, and then pieces were over the house, pieces would break off. This thing's designed that if you slam it into something, it doesn't have a problem.
Yeah. I've slammed this thing down on the floor a couple times. But the wrong turn, it'll it'll break.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
Yeah, but it's pretty durable considering.
I mean, it's lasted 2 weeks already.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing that I had, remember those blades are so big that we were afraid of it because if it hits
and you
you.
used to take pieces off.
Yeah.
And put, I don't know what, on it.
We had a lot of problems with those. They weren't expensive enough.
Didn't you get them from literally from China or
yeah,
something?
the Newegg. They were on sale, and it was I bought 2 of them, and I was hoping we could have a helicopter
battle. You probably
battle.
still have them in this place
No,
somewhere.
I think I threw them out. I got frustrated.
You keep everything.
No, I've purged. Don't believe her. I would keep everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not allowed.
Nobody comes out here. Nobody's telling you that.
People do, right? There is the overlord, though, who paces the place and causes disruptions, and then I have to
Well,
panic.
you see, now would be a great time if you did keep those, if I needed a part off of it.
Or you could just buy more of yours for $20.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
we need to get a bigger one.
That's what me and Tyler said.
Yeah.
He wants to buy one of those really nice ones.
He should buy one with the camera in it so he can add to his channel. So her boyfriend has, what is it? Explain.
What?
The channel that he has, he does some really cool videos.
Oh, his YouTube channel. Yeah. He just kind of makes,
it's not just YouTube, though. Wait, what is it? Wasn't the other one with the shorts?
It's YouTube Shorts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so go ahead.
it's YouTube Shorts. He's not using TikTok or anything, but it's just like regular YouTube. It's just the short upload versions.
Yeah.
But he has a YouTube channel. He has, I don't know if he still does, but he had quite a few videos up.
What's the name of it?
I think it's just his name.
Can you guys hear her okay? Just let me know. Let's see.
Hopefully.
Let's see. So let's see what they're saying. So Boneyard says hello, and kind of on a girl. Okay. So Johnny Bravo says, it's kind of hot when a girl is wearing your shirt. That's disgusting, bro. That's why he's divorced, okay? He's the guy we're going to watch his video. I don't know. You're not going to hear it, though, without a headset.
That's fine. I don't.
Yeah. But, let's see. Tractor. Brett goes, Tractor. Robin says, hello, Mrs. Tractor. Ken says, good looks from her mom.
Certainly not from him.
And Brett says, hello, Christina. All brains from her dad. He's laughing. Henry goes, as hello to you, young lady. Hello to you, lady. Bravo says, if you squint some, you can see the resemblance to Arch there. Yeah.
Tiny bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't have curly hair. I have no hair now. Let's see. Hope you interview all the boys she dates. I try to, but she gets mad.
All the boys.
It's
all
only
the boys.
She doesn't. It's not all the boys. No.
All the boys. My current boyfriend and I have been together for almost 4 years. There's no all boys.
Yeah. And I've had it with him. I've sat him down a little bit, but it doesn't do any good. Young people don't pay attention. You guys know that.
Neither do I.
Yeah. Let's see. Versus Ken says.
Tractor.
Hope you interview all the boys she dates. Yeah. You have. Boneyard says. You have to have stuff. Yes, that's what I think. You have to have a lot of stuff. I'm not a junk collector. I'm a connoisseur of fine used things.
Hoarder.
Yeah. No, that's not what a hoarder is. Do you see bottles of urine stacked up along the way to the toilet that you can't get to?
I'm not even going to share.
Yeah. You don't see that. I have a bucket that I pee in once in a while.
Yes, that I nearly almost stuck my hand into when I was cleaning out the paintbrushes.
Mike got mad at me one day because he needed to do something. I'm going to take the bucket. He goes, that better not be the pee bucket you gave me. I'm just like, Mike, I'm not giving you the pee bucket, all right?
Isn't the pee bucket yellow?
It was, but it broke while I went to carry it out.
Oh, wait, my sandcastle bucket?
Yes. And it leaked.
My God.
And I had to clean up. It was horrible. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Robert Miller says, hear her nice and clear. Good. So you're coming in good. Brett says, Charlie, it's his cat. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie meowed at her too much. You might have seen it if you watched them.
You've sent me,
it's
you showed me videos, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken says, 4 years next. Wow. So is that you 4 years? Who's 4 years? Oh, 4 years for you, yeah.
Saying, oh, wow, 4 years, on to the next.
Yeah, right. I know, because he's married. I'm not. But, but you would know that, right? So yeah, we're going to do some cool stuff, and I wanted to show you guys some pics. So if you have any questions for my daughter, like stuff that, you know, if you're wondering, Christina did not get to ride the mini bike. I asked her, but she got cranky on me and she didn't want to do it.
I honestly don't think I would have enjoyed it.
Why?
I don't know.
I showed Charlie.
Yeah.
And Liz said thank you for not like letting her ride it.
Yeah.
I said no, I would never do that. She asked me, and I said, well, you have to ask your mom. And I wouldn't go behind.
Yeah, she wanted to, but.
But you know, if it's not here, you know. But I had talked with Liz about it. I go, I said, would Olivia ride it? And she said no. She wouldn't ride. I said, but she drove the tractor around. She said, no, it's different.
I'm surprised Liz even drove it.
Yeah, she did good. You saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You saw it. All right, let's see. Brett says, hard to believe Charlie is going to be 17 in a few months. Yeah, 17.
Oh, cats live a long time, though.
Yeah, they have 9 lives. You know.
Yep.
I don't have 9 lives.
Do you keep
Ken
your
says,
cat in line?
my kids stay clear of small engines, but ask me to fix all their stuff. Right, the only time they see the small engines is when they're bringing it over to Dad's. Dad, can you help me get it out of the trunk? So I didn't get a chance to set up like any kind of like split screen, although I can do that. Bravo says that makes Charlie 74 in cat years.
That's a long time.
Are you charged up now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Nice. That is a long time. So yeah, we're going to get to some cool stuff. So Christina just wanted to come in and hang out and chat and show her face and show off her nice, well, Arch's Garage sweatshirt. Let's see. See, the camera's over that way, so when you talk, you actually have to talk in that direction. Yeah, that's the best I could do. I just swung the camera over in that direction. You know. Let's see what this view looks like. Hold on, because there's another camera on top.
Whoa, now hold on.
It's not. Oh, it's not. Put your hand up in front of it. There you go. It's a cell phone.
It's not on.
It's on. This one is.
Oh.
See? It should. Hold on. You know. Let me do that. You see? Because this is on a different circuit.
Thank God it's not below me. You'd be able to see up my nose.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's the up the nose. I just put it on because I was gonna if I want to show something on the desk. I was just playing around with it. Here, let me go back to the ATEM. All right. I was just playing around with it. It's good as a backup camera, and depending upon what I do with it, I don't know. Sometimes it might be good if I want to go quick on somebody's live. I was fooling around with that. I have tried it before, but the audio is crap. Just it's absolute crap.
Looks like a Samsung.
So yeah, it's off now. See what that's you.
That I am.
Yeah. Let me go to. Hold on. I'm going to go to my desktop. And I just wanted to show you guys some of these pics. Bring up the right monitor. Yeah. Bring up the right monitor. Now check this out. Now that's nice. He did a terrific job. I think his name is Scott. So shout out to Scott. And this, look at, it's got the heavy duty wheels on it.
Scotty don't.
Scotty don't. He never liked that. That came from something that she should not have shed. Scotty don't. That's our friend Jen and Scott. They eventually got married. Isn't that nice? It's a Cummy motor on it. I think this is the 22-inch. 22, yeah, 22-inch mulcher. He put a new carb on it. I'll zoom in. Yeah, that's nice. 5.5. Everything just looks perfect on it. So he may have already sold them, but he did it over the winter. And he found 2 of them that are in really nice shape. That is terrific. Now here's the other one. I sold one of these a couple of years ago, and I left the yellow wheel caps off. And I brought him out to the curb when I went to sell it, and I showed the customer, and I said, do you want me to put these on? And it actually did look nice with the black wheels. And he said, no, leave them off. I said, do you want them? He goes, no, throw those out.
They're pretty ugly.
I guess so, but this was, how old is this, fellas, you think? It's got to be, well, it's over 25 years, at least 25 years old. So this is 90s, my guess would be. You guys think it's any earlier than 90s? I forget what they are. The Eager Beaver, Eager One, Eager, whatever the hell it was. Side discharge. But this is, did he only have one shot of that? No, here's another shot. This the other shot, yeah. I mean, the body is really nice. Well, how do you beat that? I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it. I'm coming back. Stand by. Let me catch up. Brett says Minnie, his other cat, made it to 12. He misses her. Those dimples are awesome. I know you're a proud daddy. Yes, I am. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, she's beautiful. And she's a good person, too, which is nice because you can come closer if you want. I can swing. COVID?
6 feet.
6 feet? Because I can swing the camera over a little bit.
No.
She's like, no. It is. Sold one like that a few weeks ago. Oh, really? Yeah. Ken says, he goes, my kids never hang with Dad. I'm jealous, Arch. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, we like to go back and forth at each other. Like, we say stupid shit. See, I'm really good at... Hold on. See, that's the side of her head. Hold on. I say stupid crap to her. Like, she'll ask me a question that's kind of serious, and I'll say something so stupid. And she knows exactly how to answer it. You know?
Unlike my mother.
Yeah.
She's like, no, it doesn't. That's not true.
Her mom does not get...
It flies.
Does not get... Oh, come close. Oh, I'll rotate the camera a little. If I can. Let's see. Does that help? Yeah, there she is. So, yeah. Her mom doesn't understand our humor because it's weird. And it's just so derogatory. But when she was a little kid, I would teach her wrong. I would teach her things that were wrong. Absolutely. And it was so obviously wrong. Like, I would say things like, go ahead, you want to touch the burner? It's hot. You want to touch it? She's like, no, I want to touch it. I'm like, why can't I touch it? Because it's hot. And I would get the phone out. And she's like, what's the phone for? I'm like, I'm just getting ready to dial 911. She's like, why? Because it's hot. If you touch that, you're going to be hurt. You're going to, and then she would kind of like put her hand over it. I would grab her hand. And I'm like, okay, put it on, right? And she goes, stop, right?
True.
You know, or like when you got in trouble. Remember that time she got in trouble and we had this box on the top of the refrigerator and she'd have to put like her cell phone or whatever it was.
This,
and yes, you do.
No,
and she put it up. She would put it up there and she's like, okay, what's my punishment?
You love to tell this
Yeah.
story.
And I'm like, well, I'll let you know when I figure out what it is. She got so upset that I did not have the punishment for her.
Yeah.
But what is it going to be? So like I said, I'll let you know when. Oh my God, why can't you just tell me right now? Because I'm your father and you're my daughter and I don't know what it is right now. Well, when are you going to let me know? Well, I'll let you know when I know. So this went on for like 2 weeks. She couldn't handle it. It totally freaked her out. It was so bad. That was the punishment. I never actually had to actually punish you.
I punished myself.
She punished herself. She stormed up into her room, shut the door, locked herself in. She tried all these different things and tried to get out of it. Is there some way to lessen it? I didn't have to do anything.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. But we say really dumb stuff. And like,
All
what's the
the
kind of
time.
dumb stuff do I say to you? That's
I don't know.
just so bizarre.
It's just always in the moment.
What did I say the other day about anxiety medication?
Oh, no, it was pre-workout.
Oh, yeah, the
That's what it
pre-workout.
was. Oh,
yeah.
no, there was two
There was
things.
two things. It was the pre-workout, yeah.
It was pre-workout because I go to the gym and it was like early that day. So I took pre-workout and he said, let the pre-workout, run through your system. Then in about 30 minutes, take workout, like take a supplement called workout. And then just sit there. You don't have to do anything. Your workout's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And then the anxiety one was, I think, you weren't understanding why people were taking anxiety medications because the anxiety medications were giving them anxiety or something like that.
Yeah, it says on the bottle, for anxiety.
Like, if you want anxiety, you take
Yeah, and they all have anxiety. Have you ever noticed all the people on anxiety medication have anxiety?
Great. And, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it says on the bottle, it's for anxiety. Why do you want anxiety? I guess if you do, you take that medication. So, just we'll kind of just have fun riffing on things like that and trying to figure out if we can outdo each other. And it's like what do they call it, like free thinking or disassociative thinking.
Yeah.
And there's another term for it too.
I don't know, but you're quicker than me. Like, I could say something and you can have something so quick. I'm like, how do you come up with this stuff?
Because you practice it and you just have fun with it. Well, that's how comedians like mess stuff up and make things up, and they just look at the world around them. By the way, Jerry Seinfeld made a statement a while back, and one of the reasons why he said that he doesn't do really too much comedy anymore, he would not be able to do what he did with the Seinfeld show, because now he lives in a very different world where he's somewhat isolated. He's very wealthy, but people would come up to him and pester him and all that. So sometimes, depending on where he goes, they could be bodyguards or they buy a table and they sneak in the back door and all this. Essentially, it's removed him from the kind of life that he would lead as a normal person, as a younger comedian, where he would be observing and part of regular daily life, which he would find ways of making stupid and funny and put it on the show. He's now removed from that, and so he's like, I got nothing. Mm-hmm. You know, he's done.
Sometimes it's exhausting.
Yeah, what, being around me? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What happens? You just feel it?
I'm not saying now, but it just...
Are you feeling it now?
No.
Does it come on like a wave? Because with your mom, it's
just like 1 second
too much
you're there, and then the next you're gone.
I'm lost. So with your mom, it's like a tidal wave, and she just can't handle it anymore. And then it's like a tsunami to her, so she turns into a tornado, hurricane, atomic explosion. You know, my favorite is like, well, Elizabeth will do what she'll do is, especially, I notice this happens more when Liz is standing over me and I'm sitting down. Mm-hmm. And she'll look down at me and she'll go, I stopped listening to you 10 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. That's so wrong.
Or were you speaking?
Or I noticed like the other day when I was trying to tell her some stuff about lupus or whatever, and she starts twitching. And she kind of gets like, you know, I can see it's bothering her. Or the day when she dropped off the cookies a couple of weeks ago, and she's standing over me, right? And I start going on, and right away she's the headache. Okay, her head, and she starts to twitch, and she's like, my headache's getting worse.
I'm gonna have to use that one. Terrible.
And I wrote her the other day. I'm like, I know you do this now. I'm sorry. I don't mean to do this to you.
But
I can't stop. But I know you're doing that. I'm not doing it to give you a headache or anything. You know, I don't do it to your mother to give her a headache either, because then she turns into. Have you ever seen? You know what the Tasmanian devil looks like?
Yeah, of course. Hopefully she doesn't have this flavor.
With the soot and the smoke and all the dust. It's the dirt devil, right?
You should. That's how she was getting with the blinds.
I know. She was overwhelmed. But she did really good, and she had a great idea. And I told her later on, I'm like, why don't you just enjoy that? You had a great idea. You did a lot. Why are you not, like, proud of yourself? Instead, you're ready to rip the house down and start all over again.
Yeah, this morning she had a big, bright idea as to what she wanted to get done for the day.
Yeah, everything.
Everything. Oh, it started with one thought intertwined to another. I said, okay, well, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go do my thing. I'll see you later.
Yeah, safe. Yeah.
I'll be back at maybe 4 p.m.
My daughter will text me, is it safe to come back? Dad, is it okay?
No, I text him and I said avoid her.
She was all right, but I actually cut into her a little bit. I'm like, you need to stop. You asked me for a question for help, and then you cut me down.
Yeah,
I just wanted the one thing to answer the one thing. I'm like, you can't just start me up and expect that you could just shove me aside as soon as you get one answer. That's not how you ask people for help and then they help you. It doesn't work that way.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's fun, though. It's crazy. Well, everybody's weird, right? Everybody's got a little quirk or a little something, you know.
Not me, though. I'm an angel.
Yes. Yeah, except for when you turn. You do turn.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you yell at me and stuff, and then you start laying down laws and everything.
When?
It happens. You get mad.
Really? Let's hear it.
Dad! What are you doing, Dad? Stop!
No shoes on the carpet.
No shoes on the carpet. It's brand new. What? I just put my foot down. You can't. Get out.
Listen, in my defense, I just put a brand new carpet in my bedroom.
Yes.
No shoes allowed. No outdoor shoes allowed.
Yeah.
No outdoor shoes allowed.
Is that why your mother's redoing the living room? Because you redid your bedroom?
I have no idea.
Is this what I'm being sucked into? Some kind of war?
I have no idea.
Right?
Anywho's, no shoes on the carpet.
And the dog was in and out literally all day. He's just out cold, snoring somewhere.
We should bring him in here. Interview him.
No.
He needs an artist.
Everybody sees him.
He needs an artist.
Besides, he'll sneeze and snot will be everywhere.
Yeah.
Actually, he was doing better today because he's got allergies, you know.
He's old.
Yeah. He's a good doggy. Let me catch up and see what they're saying. All right, let's see. Can you read it too?
I can, but I took my glasses off.
Yeah, Brett said he sold one a few weeks ago. Those are nice mowers. Ken says, needs the recoil decal. I know. I really need, by the way, that's something that we should talk about. And Ken, you should talk about it too. Decals. Like, what do we do for like total restoration nerdness? And how do we get decals, the proper decals? I remember I kind of got into this a while back, and then I don't remember anything. These are all like restoration grade decals, and maybe even from the hobby point of view, do we want to make them? How do we do it?
What you're saying to put on all of your projects?
Well,
like all of
not so much like your own, like Ken Small engines, or Brad or myself or whatever, if you have, but the original decals, because for like hot rodding and stuff, there are places you can go to get Chevy 350 badges and decals, and Ford 302 and 289 and all this fancy stuff there are certain things that belong in certain places, on an engine, on an air cleaner. It's the same thing with lawnmowers. There's even safety stickers that are in triangles.
You're not talking about like brand related decals. You're talking about
both.
All
of the decals that would be there. No, just like where do you get, if you want to do like a period correct, proper restoration on something, decals are part of that. And so when it comes to lawnmowers, like Toro and some of the others, like, all right, what is it? Not the Time Master, Time Cutter, whatever it was. I forget, the Toro that I did. You guys haven't seen it yet. Well, I mean, usually when I start pressure washing, for most machines, I don't F about the decals. Like, I start washing and the shit comes flying off, and the A goes flying, and the I goes flying, and the T goes flying. But this thing, one of the things that you can do if you want to save a decal for something is that you can clean off the area carefully with a paper towel, or a lint free would be better.
Tape it off.
And you wouldn't want to tape it, you clear it.
Or that.
Because it's getting ready to flake. And this is something that we do in paint all the time with striping and pinstriping, so you don't get bleed through. You use clear, and you need a good clear, like an engine enamel or an automotive enamel clear. An enamel. And you clear it, and you let everything wick underneath the decal or whatever it is, the print, even if it's print. And then you just let it dry. And then you can pressure wash and do whatever you want, and it will protect it. And I do the same thing with all the tags and everything. But a lot of this stuff, like the older stuff, would be cool. It can't be that expensive. I don't know. It'd be cool to have a few things.
I'm thinking about it from like Tyler's detail and paint correction point of view. They take emblems off of cars when they work on them to either wrap it or paint correct it or whatever they're doing on it. So
yeah, they do wraps and stuff. That's expensive, but it's cheaper than a paint job.
But like you can't take a sticker off and re-stick it back on.
No, so what do you do?
Either, if you take it off, you'd need a replacement for it.
Or you could, well, generally if the sticker's in good shape, you wrap a car, it's not a problem. But then if you want a sticker on top, you need a new sticker to put on the wrap.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's something that I kind of thought about and just too overwhelmed, but what if you've got what if you've got something that you really want to put a sticker back on? Like an older tractor or something, an older lawnmower, and you'd like to put... I mean, I don't know how to do anything like that. So, I guess, you know, you can vinyl print this stuff.
I was going to say, people have Crickets. They vinyl print all of this stuff.
What's Crickets?
It's like it's a vinyl sticker decal maker, and it's a program on your PC, and you download these PDFs or you create these PDFs, and it literally prints it out on vinyl transfer paper, and it transfers to like almost any surface.
Nice.
But it's an expensive setup, like between the setup, the software, the materials, learning how to use it. Like if I learned how to use it, I would be able to do it. But it's it's not complicated. You can learn it, but that's how people. Yeah,
that's how they do it.
Brand their stuff. Like this is something like that.
It's a transfer. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of clearing.
Speaking of.
Well, TJ, it's starting to come off a little bit. So what I did was, before it got too bad, is I cleared it.
Reglue down the pieces.
I know, but I'm like, let me stabilize it first. And so I cleared it. Because it was starting to come off. And now I'll try and glue. But what glue? What am I going to use to pull that down?
Just Mod Podge it and then clear coat it.
Mod Podge?
Yeah. It's a glue.
Do we have Mod Podge?
I do upstairs.
Okay. Can you help me with that? Because it lost a few pieces and...
Yeah, when you hang my new light fixture.
Oh, yeah. Is that bulb still flickering?
Tit for tat.
Okay, tit for tat. Looks like I got commissioned. You got commissioned, too. All right, let's get it. Let's see, Wayne's World. Oh, shit. Wait. It's one of the last Tecumseh-powered Craftsmen. Yeah. All right, hold on, let me back up. The recoil. Mr. Mole, it's all 90s, Ken says. Bravo says, Eager One... I used to work for Sears when I was in high school and college. Nice. Brett says, it's one of the last Tecumseh-powered Craftsmen. Ken says, Schwing. Yes. Wayne's World, Ken says. Brett says, she got the personality from Arch. Tractor! Yep. Brett says, the suspense is the punishment. Yes. Love the Long Island accent.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee.
Long Island.
That's terrible, isn't it?
That's like Massapequa. That's not Long Island. That's like Nassau County.
Yeah, well, I have more than Nassau.
Territory.
Well,
Long Island.
My uncle and stuff, they were from like Brooklyn, and they would say things like turlet.
At least it's not Staten Island.
Yeah, that's a whole nother one. Brett says, the Incredible Hulk. Bleach. Hey, Bleach. Hey, I'm listening, but folding clothes. Bleach does his laundry during... Bleach likes to do his laundry during Archer's Garage Live.
Me too.
Yeah. Bring the snotty dog. Yeah, he's around somewhere. We'll find him. Decals are great for covering up holes in lawn equipment. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the Time Master, Brett says.
That's like those people buy giant Band-Aids to put on their cars when they've been in an accident.
Really?
As like a joke, and it's like a life-size giant Band-Aid, and they just put it on their bumper.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that?
No, I've never seen that. Ken says, there are printers who reproduce decals. Yeah, and that's why I say, like, what if you just buy them online? Is there a place that has, like, generic decals for stuff?
Probably.
Like the generic ones, also, like the Craftsman and whatever, or stencils for, like, the Craftsman, like the...
Etsy.
Like on that green one, Craftsman is not a sticker. It's, like, painted on, like a stencil. Like, I want that stencil.
Etsy.
Etsy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guarantee you somebody has it.
It's just something that I'm not artistic in that way. I'm more autistic in that way.
We know.
Yeah. So it's not something I really have any experience in. I just look at it in awe and I'm like, ooh, that's nice. As the pressure washer strips it away and blows it into pieces on the lawn. Well, that was nice. Great. Let's see. Brett says Time Master. Ken says, those are printers read those decals. Just send them a pic and they'll do all the artwork. Yeah. Sign shops do it. The old lawn boys were actually painted on. Yeah, that's what I liked about those. Robert says, your sweatshirts are screen printed. Mm-hmm. There's another name for it. It's something screen. I was just trying to think of that.
There's so many ways to press things onto.
Well, this is a vinyl. It's like glued on, shirts. Right?
Yeah. But there's this is I don't know what they call it.
So I have to be careful if I wash it too much. I actually had to wash this
You wash it inside out.
Okay.
And you wash it on cold.
Well, I only use warm.
Well, you need to wash it on cold. Otherwise,
Yeah,
eventually...
it gets greasy in here.
Eventually, it's going to start to create seams and cracks on the decal.
Yeah,
and then
like
it's going to be garbage.
And then it'll start coming apart.
Like, it'll start to come...
That's when I spray it with clear?
Yeah.
See what I mean? That's what... Arch, Dad, what are you doing? You see the shirt? The shirt's like pinned up like this, and I'm out there with my spray gun. I'm like, this is when you got to blow clear on it.
Yeah, and then the shirt is...
Yeah, it's... Hey, everybody, welcome to Arch's Garage. Oh, it's not right.
You know what I've been using on my face?
What?
Beef tallow.
Oh, that really?
It's great.
Is it tasty?
My skin feels good.
Nice.
It smells.
Is that why the dog's freaking out lately? Wait, that roller thing, it keeps shooting itself out of the freezer when I open up the door, and then it hits the ground and explodes.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the third time that's happened.
That's my ice roller.
Yeah, why don't you put it in a plastic bag or something? Or something
to avoid it from committing suicide?
No, so that when it explodes, all the pieces will be inside the bag.
Okay. So you can just shove it back in the freezer?
Yeah, just shove it back in there. It's your problem. Because it doesn't. You leave it in a place where when I go to open up the door, it's like it hits me in the head.
It's funny, though, how it's only my item that falls out. It's not the blueberries. It's It's not the pie crust. It's my face roller.
I think because it's on a roller, it's on a wheel, and it rolls out.
Maybe. Could be.
Well, yeah. It can also be where you're sticking that thing. Maybe you're deliberately putting it in a spot that you're thinking to yourself, well, I bet you when Dad opens this door up, I almost guarantee it's going to come flying out. Let's test it. Yep.
Yeah, booby trap.
Yeah. What happened? Let's see. Silk screen. Yes, silk screen. That's the word. Chris should have seen our 7-hour live stream. That got good voice. Yeah, he does voice impressions. He does a few good ones. Boneyard says, I have a guy that has a decal printer that can make just about anything. Yeah, right? That's what I mean. And some of these people are like true artists, but it does take work. Bleach says, I'm turning my snapper into a mobile scooter. That would be cool. I think you mentioned something about making like a go-kart out of it. That would be cool too. All right, I want to get to the next segment. Hold on, let me just take a peek. Let's see. So we did Scott's picks. I want to show you guys Johnny's video. Oh, the heat's coming on. I should turn that off. Let's see. We're going to go to...
What's this little trinket? HIPAA.
Yeah, here's Johnny. Let me set him up. Yeah, that's... Oh, by the way, guys, check this out. Yeah, she just... Wait, hold on. How do we turn it on again?
Oh, it goes on? What is it?
Yeah, it goes on. I forget how it goes on because I couldn't get it to go off. The hippie sent me this Christmas ornament gift, and I broke it because I tried to get it open. I don't know if you shake it. No.
I don't know. There's a little power thingy right here.
Yeah, I noticed that. To charge it, I think.
Where's the directions?
There wasn't any, and that's why I broke it trying to get it open because it comes apart. But yeah, it glows.
I'm gonna play with it.
Did you guys get one of them? No. I used to heat transfer to got safety vest where I used work at. Robert says. Yeah, heat transfer stickers. Those are nice. I remember those. Oh. So let's take a look at.
Oh, what the?
Let's take a look at. I'll set up Johnny's video, and you guys are going to see what I mean. All right. Let me just make sure it's rolling. So this is Johnny Bravo's channel. So, I mean, obviously most of you guys know, but for those that don't, and for those that come in later on, it's a really cool channel. And he's got a bunch of videos now I got to catch up on. So just take a quick look. Link is in the description. And there's a few videos here that I checked out one the other day, and that's the one we're going to put up. But there's a couple I want to catch up on. But in the meantime, all right, let's take a look at Let me cue it up. Hold on. Christine, you're not going to be able to hear it, but I'm sorry. Let me make sure the volume is up. And I'm going to mute myself in a minute. Hold on.
This is a
there we go.
Pre-wash. After I blasted these valve covers out with degreaser and then parts washer and then carb spray, or not carb spray, brake clean. So I'm going to let them soak in this sink with the Dawn dishwashing detergent for a while. And then after that, guess where it's going? Yep. This is why I can't be married. Okay, the pre-wash is now done. So we're going to put it in the top rack. And we're going to get a dishwashing cloth. And liquid. I think we are. There we go. Give it plenty of dishwashing power. And once this is done, I'll run another empty load to sanitize the inside of the dishwasher. Although I don't mind SAE.
That's so wrong.
Food on my dishes.
It's so right.
Guests probably don't appreciate that. So let's see what cycles we're going to use. Normal.
You're my idol, Johnny. Yeah, yeah.
Power blast. That sounds good. Let's turn off the. Use a heated dry. No, let's not use a heated dry. Okay. Now we'll check them again when they come out.
Ah, it's almost done, fellas.
Ooh. Ah. Those are hot. Not too bad, huh? Ouch. Let's let those guys cool a while. Okay, let's take a look at these. That looks pretty doggone good. Make sure that all these channels that the gasket fits in are clean. I think I'm going to run a screwdriver blade through those and scrape out any debris that may be stuck in there still, and then put those puppies back on the car. Getting ready to put these valve covers back on the engine and prepping the bolts but to put those things back in with their little gaskets, I noticed something. One of these is not like the other. Guess which one was in that bottom corner where the oil leak was? Notice the difference in height. That sleeve on there is what compresses the gasket against the head. Those are sized so you put the right amount of squish on the gasket regardless of how much torque you put on the bolt. It holds them at a specific height off the head. That thing right there, I'm not sure how much taller. That thing looks like it's 1/8 of an inch taller. Guess where that one was? Yep, right there where that leak was. I remember pulling that one out and thinking, this is a black screw. It looks weird, looks different than the others. And it's actually a different length. Not just the sleeve is a different length, but the screw itself is a different length. Now you can see how much longer that thing is. That's a problem. Oh man. It was a bit of a wrestling match to get those back in. One in the front went in real easy. I mean, it's just straight shots, all of that. I'll tell you what, getting those dead gum screws to line up and get them started through those brand new gaskets, that is a pain. But they're all in. And I put the one long screw right there. That'll be easy to get out when I get a replacement for it. I just got to button up everything and reconnect the EGR valve, the fuel rail, the fuel return line, and whatever else I had to disassemble over here. And this will be rocking and rolling. Now there's some vacuum lines that I've got to reconnect.
Yeah, those were nice engines for that day. Hold on, I'm coming back. Those are definitely very cool. So, yes, so Johnny definitely committed one of the sins of sins, using the house dishwasher and sink for his car parts, which is something I've done.
Well, didn't you put it in the oven?
Yeah, I put my pistons in the oven and I put that specialty coating on top of the pistons. I think I actually showed that on one of the lives.
There's a picture.
Yeah, there's a picture up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to put that specialty ceramic coat on my tip pistons, and the oven that we bought years ago in the apartment that I made was like a really, high-tech oven. It was able to hold temperature exactly accurate. And I'm like, well, I don't remember what the temperature was. I'm like, but I need these. I just put them on the rack, put the coating on. It's like a ceramic coat or something. And I loaded them in there, and your mom walked in and was like, what's that smell? You cooked dinner? No, I didn't cook any dinner. Yeah, that was fun. We're going to try something. We want to try to fly. She wants to try to fly her helicopter. So we're just kind of like letting it.
It's tiny.
It's tiny, right? We just want to let it charge, but look at how small is it. Just trying to let it charge.
I think this is broken.
I hope not. Don't turn it on now. Isn't this thing cool? Yeah, I don't have the other camera here. But what we'll do is, in a minute, we're just letting it charge up a little bit. I'll turn the other camera on, this one here, that's kind of like on the back of her head. But I have to turn the lights on, so when I turn that camera on, I got to make an adjustment. It's going to be really bright, but we'll just aim it that way, and we're just going to see if it flies real quick and just have some fun with it. I think that'll be kind of neat.
Tyler's sister had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, they are really cool.
These things are pretty sick.
But before we do that, right, because I figure we'll just give it, I just want to do something a little bit different. I want to let it charge a bit more. Does this light change color?
You know, I was just looking at that. I'm wondering if it changes color when it's charged, but it only has 7 minutes of fly time anyways when it's fully charged.
Yeah.
So even if we just get it up there for a few minutes to show.
Yeah. Once in a while, I'll let it charge a bit longer. Let's check out Mikey's video real quick of his test ride. That way, this thing can charge. And let me set that up. Let's see. Yeah, and that way it can charge and do its thing, and then we'll come back and we'll fool around with that. So let me kind of preset that up. I think that'll be fun. Wait till you see this. This is fun. You know, unfortunately, you can't hear it, but...
I can see it.
Yeah, hold on.
I wonder if he brought it...
Oh, you might... Let's see.
If he brought it out yet. Did he say if he was going to bring it to all these truck meets?
Yeah, he wants to bring it a lot of places.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready? Check this thing out. It is absolutely awesome. Hold on. He had so much fun. Oh, you might be off. I don't remember which way. Volume's up. Yeah, see? See how it wants to idle right away?
Sounds good.
Doesn't it? It's got to warm up. Now pull the choke off because your choker's on. There you go.
Sounds bad.
I know. Yeah, let it warm up a little. It's gonna go, bro. Be careful.
Oh, I hit the switch.
Yeah, that's all right.
I didn't even hit the switch.
It needs a label on it. I know. It needs a label. That switch needs some kind of a label.
I gotta put my sticker right here.
Yeah, definitely. Yup. Puts it whatever you want, but it's got a little bit of clear on it.
I can see that. It's shiny.
Yeah. So it's protected. It's going to look good for a while. Easy to clean. Oh, yeah. She's coming up.
That tire sign.
Yep. She's coming up. He's going for the street. Oh, shit. It goes quick. Oh, yeah, he's on the throttle. Oh, yeah. Smile engaged. Oh, he almost dumped it. That was good. Smile engaged. Whoa, he's really flying. Yep, it needs better tires. It needs better tires.
Gotta get better insurance.
Yeah, I know, and better tires. It goes fast.
Wet though.
I know.
It's quick.
It is. It's fast. Once it starts going, and it comes off the line, there's no bog.
No, nothing. It's fun.
It is. It is. We had a blast. Yeah, light it up. Let's see if he goes in the street. Yep, see? Yeah. Oh, shit. That thing is fast. It didn't even get anywhere near top throttle. It's crazy fast. It's fast. It's fast. You didn't even get anywhere near top speed. No, I still heard it. I could hear it. It was still going. It had more. Huh?
There's a lot more?
Yeah, there's more. You can hear it.
Hold it.
I don't think you have enough room.
The whole road?
I mean, it goes. Just these speed bumps, though. There's no suspension. It definitely needs better tires. Like, these are better for the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It is fun.
Definitely faster than what it was.
Yeah, oh, God.
The tiny's going over.
There's more to it. I can hear it.
Bring it back there?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fast. All right, it's all loaded up. And Mike's out of here. See you later, Mike. Nice. And we did a little horse trading at the same time. Not bad. All right, I gotta go close up. He's out. Mike thought that he was never going to see that thing again. You know, it's been here for such a long time. My daughter just reminded me of that. Hold on, let me kill
Gosh,
this.
it's literally been here for what?
A year, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than a year. I feel
At
like.
least a year it's been here.
The two of them are always finding junk.
Yep. Junk is what we do, is one of the things that we do. It's not junk. It comes
was.
nice.
It comes as junk.
By the way, Johnny Brower says that engine has over 200,000 miles on it, and the one in his car.
Oh, wow.
Francis Lang says, good evening, Arch. Good evening, Francis. Uncle Mark is a cool little bike. Yeah, and it is really fun. It is really fast. It's just so cool because it's a little thing. It's so simple. And there's so much fun. It just creates smiles for everybody that gets on it. And it is damn fast. It had more top end. He had to slow it down. He had to come off the throttle to stop at that stop sign and turn around. But he was surprised at how fast it was. He definitely was. But he's really happy. Brett says, Boot, Scoot, and Boogie Baby. And Boneyard gives the thumbs up. All right, let's turn the other camera on. And what we'll do is I got to go turn the lights on. Here, and we'll make an adjustment to the camera, so bear with us. Yeah, I saw a little light. I think it stayed red. I bet you it turns green when you're done. Do I unplug it?
Yeah.
All right, let's turn this camera on. All right, we're fooling around tonight.
Meow.
Here we go. All right, I'm gonna aim the camera and I'll turn the lights on. Hold on. We're coming. We're coming.
We can take it off from here.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, I need to put my glasses on,
Let me get my shoes on. I'm in my pajamas.
too.
So.
Me too.
Yeah. Let's turn this camera.
Oh, it's not that bad.
No. It's a little grainy, but you know, for impromptu, that's not terrible. And the autofocus isn't set right. Hold on. I'm surprised the focus is doing that. Yeah, the autofocus I can see is a little bit off.
Connected.
All right, let's see. Yeah, the focus sucks. Walk towards the camera.
I can take it off from here.
Well, you got the camera in the way. I mean, the seat in the way of the camera. Hold on. It's not focusing right. Yeah, isn't that weird? Why does it now back up slowly? Keep going. Okay. See, now it just lost you. That's so weird. Back up a little bit more. What the hell's going on? I don't know how to change that on this particular
mess with
camera.
it. Here, look, I got a better idea.
What? Is that the thing that's gonna? What, you're gonna leave something in front of it to keep it in focus? Oh, that might work.
No,
Let's
I'm
see.
gonna launch it from here.
Yeah, it's freaking. That might work. It really shouldn't be a problem. No, it's causing it to flutter. Yeah, just do what you were doing. See, if for some reason or other it wants to focus on you. It may have something to do with
Maybe I'll step out of the frame. What does it look like?
Well, I could try it in automatic. Hold on. Let me go over this way.
Is it clear?
No, it's out of focus. It's, like I said, it's in manual mode. So I wasn't intending on... when I set the cameras, I set them. That might fix it for now.
That looks way better.
Does that look better? All right, that's good enough.
Abort.
Yeah. Let me grab. I'm gonna stand by the door and have a smoke while you're doing that. Flight time engaged. Yeah, that's good enough. At least it's not fluttering. But it's dark in here, so let's see what she's gonna fly into.
Hey, it's not working. I think the stupid control is broken.
Is it broken? When did that happen? Oh, there it goes. Look out. It seems like an insect.
It doesn't have a long
Yeah, let me move the this guy up and I'll twist it.
You have to be close to it.
Oh, I see. It might need more charging. Plus the batteries in your controller might be dead.
Whoa, whoa.
Where are you going?
It lost control.
Hold on, don't turn it on.
Something's wrong with the remote.
It might need new batteries.
I just put these in it. They're brand new.
Oh, okay. There it goes. There you go. Nice. Don't do that. What did you do that for?
Look, it gets stuck.
It gets stuck because you're driving it into a chair.
No, the remote gets stuck.
Oh. Try to make it fly nice and straight the way you were. That's it. There you go. We can then zoom it in a little.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. It's getting close.
Uh-oh. I'm going to drop it.
Wait, it's over by me. That was good. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
It's like a wasp. You see how it hits stuff and it doesn't care? Not bad. You're getting better at it.
It just, I can't get it to move forward. Whoa.
Whoa. Throttle up. That's good. Yeah, it's just a little grainy. Everything's a little grainy because there's not enough light.
You want to try it?
Yeah, I do. I actually want to try it.
Dies.
Yeah, before it dies. Let's see if I can do it. Hold on. Let me put my cigarette down. I want to try it, fellas. They can probably barely hear us, but... Alright, so this is throttle. This is so nerve-wracking. Oh shit, it's not working. Hold on. I gotta get used to it. I did it good the other day.
How'd that hummingbird get in the garage? Somebody said.
There you go. Can the camera see it?
Yeah. Now you're out of frame. That creates some wind, man.
Hold on.
Here it comes. Incoming. Oh
It's out
boy.
of range.
Uh-oh. Oh my god.
Did you see
Lower
it?
it a little bit. No, you gotta come down a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Oh, down a bit.
Nice.
That thing is great. See if you can land it on top of that mower on the bench. I could do it, but it's not going to be a smooth landing. It's definitely,
Let's see.
it's definitely going to crash. Try to land it on the top of that mower.
I'm working on it. This isn't easy.
Target. Oh, he's going for it. Up.
Can the camera see it?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
so close.
All right. It's tough. It's hard to do. It's definitely not easy. That's fun, though. You can't have any air or anything in its way, you know? Oh! Yeah, it's a grainy image, but that's because there's no light in here.
Oh!
And that's the crappy camera, too.
It just blew all the ashes.
Did it really?
Yeah.
So what? Nice. In the air. Oh! Oh, no! Oh. Where'd you get your pilot's license? You should fly those Boeing planes.
Yeah, well, it's no different than the people who are.
I know. Well, it's not their fault. It's Boeing. Nice. Nice. It's very durable. That's what I like about it. Like, you can get used to doing this and not destroy. I mean, for 20
feel bad
bucks.
for the people who'd be on it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if it gets. Hey! For $20. See, look, fellas, look. See how the blades are? Wow, this thing's definitely having. I don't even know what the focus setting is on this, but you see how the blades can do whatever, right? So I think that's really neat. Yeah, this isn't the right camera for doing what we're doing. Nice.
It committed murder.
It did. I can't believe it's still going. It has so much power. Let's see if I can make sure that the camera can kind of see it. Was it all the way over there?
I'm not doing anything, and it was.
Where did it disappear to?
It's under the table. I wasn't doing anything, and it was.
Oh, it was freaking out?
It was freaking out.
Yeah, probably because it's starting to lose power. I bet you if we improve the antenna design. Easy! What are you doing? Make it stop! Uh-oh, that's not good. That didn't sound good. Make sure it's okay. I bet you if we improve the antenna, you might get a little bit more range out of it. Yeah, I don't think they can see too much of it. Yeah, it's getting crazy.
I think it died.
Yeah. It needs to be charged. All right, let's move to the other camera. Let me turn the lights off.
That thing is great.
And go back.
Love this little $20 purchase.
Yeah, it's totally cool. $20. I got to get one. I don't have $20, but
Put that cigarette out.
yeah, it's out. It's been out. Oh, let's see. Let me see what's going on. Let's see. Super clean. Let's see. Scootin' Boogie. Nice. Going to take off. Have a good night all. Boneyard's leaving. Yeah. I can see. See you, Boneyard. I can see I tried to ride it. Yeah. Well, it was a super clean. Nice product placement. See if you can land it on top of that mower on the bench, Brett says.
We
It
failed.
almost did. How's that hummingbird get in the garage? That's what it's kind of, that's what it kind of sounds like. Jungle Pod says, send me a link. Send you a link to what? What thing? What link, Bob? What do you want the link for? Oh, the link to the product?
Maybe to the helicopter?
The helicopter? Was it Amazon?
No, it was Target.
Oh, it's a Target thing? Did you buy it online? Did you buy it at Target?
I bought it on the Target app.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's turn this a little bit. Put a little light on. Both of us, I guess. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Get to the chopper. Is that Arnold riding the hummingbird? Did he say Boeing? Yes, yeah. How about all that stuff going on with Boeing, fellas? Oh my God. Bleach is like, get to the tractor. He's like, Jungle Bob's like, you're great. Come on, I'll come up. Yeah, I can't do. We come up like on StreamYard. No, I'm not on StreamYard. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. That was a hell of a lot of fun.
This is the thing.
Let's see. Let me just move that out of the way.
Oh.
What happened? Where'd the light go?
I don't know.
Oh, I see what's happening.
My
The
phone's
lower
blocking
light.
it.
Oh, tap your phone. Your phone went dark. And just tweak it, T. See?
What?
No, you tweak it because you're glaring it. So you're gonna have to.
What? It's too
now,
bright.
Yeah, now it's too bright.
Anywho's.
Well, that was the idea.
It's
What's
on
the product?
Target. It's Sky Rover Night Vision Helicopter Drone. $19.99.
Can you darken the screen a little bit?
I just did.
And if you twist your phone a little bit, you might get it to be less glary.
Nope.
Or try, hold it up to that camera. Hold on.
This one?
Try, no, that one might work better. There you go. That's what it looks like, but you can't see all the product
Sky
info.
Rover Night Vision. Oh, here we go. Helicopter Drone.
They might be able to see that, maybe.
Thing, $20.
What about-
$19.99.
Yeah, what about this? What about this one? Hold on. Let's try Droid Cam. So that's here. Okay.
Where?
You'll see it over here.
What? This dude?
Yeah. I don't think that might be a little bit better if you tweak it a little bit. That's the picture. Do you have a product page?
No. This is just what
Oh, there you
type
go.
in.
Sky Rover Night Vision Helicopter Drone. Move it up a little bit. Watch it over here so you can see what you're doing. That's pretty cool.
It's almost got 5 stars. It's got 3.5 stars.
That's not bad.
It is an iPhone, Brett.
I don't know if they could
And it
see it. I think they
sucks.
could. Yeah. There we go. Come back to this one. It's the what iPhone is it?
This is an
Yeah.
old iPhone.
It's like mine.
This is an 11.
No,
they're
that's
up
not
to-
bad.
They're up to the 15.
This is what 6S I
That's
think.
a 6. That's my old phone.
It's the S too, so it's a little bit better, like micro. Better, although it doesn't have good image stabilization, and the microphone's horrible. I can't use it on YouTube. I can't. That's why I don't use it for like StreamYard and stuff when the fellas are on, because I've tried it even with like shorts, YouTube shorts. You can't hear me. But if I talk into it for a phone, it sounds fine.
Yeah.
And if I do an audio recording, like to just hear myself, it sounds fine. But when I try to do anything with video, you can't hear it. So it needs a separate mic. But, you know, I just don't feel like doing it, and I don't have the money for that. So eventually, because it is good for YouTube Shorts, because it's easy. And I have my YouTube channel on here. And the only other thing I need is I have terrible data, as you know, so I need a wireless booster out here. So I can have, because my wireless signal is horrible. It's in the basement
Yeah.
of the house. Let's see, an iPhone. They're flying drones into Israel. Yeah, well, they were always doing stuff like that. Drones are a horror. Obama was the biggest drone flyer of them all. He killed a lot of people with those drones. Just send me one of those shirts, he says. Yeah, I don't make them up. All right, that was TJ, one of my friends and a viewer as well and a fan of the channel. He set us up with this stuff. So I don't actually do anything like that yet. Archie needs his helicopter license. Yeah, I actually had some fun flying it. I enjoy it. Brett says, I use an iPhone 14 Pro Max. If you like, you can subscribe, Chris. Shop, talk with Brett. I'll shoot all my vids with my iPhone 14 Pro. Yeah, and it comes out nice. The newer iPhones are very nice.
They are. They have really nice cameras.
Yeah.
This one
It's the
doesn't have
technology.
a terrible camera.
It doesn't have what?
It doesn't have a terrible camera. This
No,
is
it's
the first
not.
iPhone that they put the 3 cameras on.
And the shots of you at the beach with all those day shots and evening shots are perfect. Those ones that you do, that you post on Facebook and everything, they're like perfect.
Well, I also lower the contrast on it.
Do
so
you
it,
really?
It like focuses in on the colors more.
Nice. So what do you like? It's a manual. You kind of like run it in more
I just
manual.
play with like
So she runs it in manual.
yeah, I just play with the settings on it, really.
Yeah, it's manual.
Like you take a normal photo and you just kind of play with the different
I
settings.
don't know if they can see it.
Well, I'm just showing you. But
Yeah. Okay, so the settings are right there on that camera.
yeah.
Yeah, they're very good. And they're excellent for starting a YouTube channel. It's excellent. The only thing is, for me, my phone goes off constantly, especially now with YouTube and everything else. I'm getting like these calls from, I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's constant. And they call from so many different area codes. And they spam me. And it's just like one after the other.
Locked.
Let me see if I can. Yeah, let's see. So all of these. So you can't see it tonight because the settings aren't right. But yeah, there's too much light on it. But I just get spammed constantly. And then the customers are texting me and family is texting me. So there's just no way I could ever use a phone for a YouTube channel. All you would hear and see is those constant bleeps, bloops, and interruptions. And no, that's not acceptable. Brett says, Jungle Bob says, hi, Robert. I like the fact the audio is in stereo and even recording something loud, you can still hear me over. Yes, a lot of it is with the 14. It's not so much the capabilities of the hardware. It's the software technology integration. That's what they really managed to get and lock down. And that's why it's so easy to use, because they make it do that automatically for you instead of you having to do everything. It's not that the capabilities of the hardware are so good. It's the time and effort they put into the technology of the software. But unfortunately, though, the people that do a lot of YouTube stuff and start off their YouTube channels, they're stuck with like an iPhone or like a Samsung equivalent. And if you give them a camera, they have no idea what to do. And they're completely lost. So almost nobody, very few people I've ever asked about YouTube, other than the camera guys, they've never actually really used a camera. You know, one of the guys I know, Mater, you guys know Mater, he kept asking me about, he needed a new camera for YouTube. And he saw in a local shop, like his pawn shop, he saw a camera it was a Canon Rebel, and it had like these big telescopic lenses and all this other stuff. And he asked me about it, and I said, you don't want that. He goes, well, it's got to be better than what I have. I said, no, he's a Walmart video camera. And he broke it. So the audio jack is broken. So he was having to couple it to his laptop and use his wireless mics. But you know what? That actually worked pretty good. It was cumbersome, but it worked. And it didn't look bad. And like those Walmart video cameras are like $100, $150 or whatever. So this thing was like $300 or $400 at the pawn shop. I said, you don't want that. There really is no automatic mode. It's a camera. It's a Canon camera. And those big lenses are for like birding and wildlife and macro, and they're not for YouTube. And there's really no real automatic mode. And it's really a cheap semi-pro starter camera is really what I would consider it. If you're looking to take some really nice shots and you want to elevate your work and your game and learn more about photography and go into manual mode and start taking some really cool shots without spending many thousands of dollars, that's the camera you would get. And it's very robust, it's kind of big, it's durable. But it has a 30-minute recording time. There really is no automatic mode. There's no place to plug in an external mic. I'm like, it's everything you don't want for YouTube. And I asked him recently, I said, how are you making out with that thing? He starts asking me about what other cameras he can get. I'm like, what's the matter? He's like, I can't figure it out. I'm like, yeah, you actually have to learn how to use it. Yeah, in order to use it. And you still don't have a mic input. So you have to go through all of these crazy things to get a separate mic because the onboard mics suck. And it's all this rigmarole. It's not a point and shoot. People get used to these and they point and shoot, and the technology does all the work. If you need more or you want to do more, you can't do it. You have to get a real camera. So I said, get the ZV, the ZV-1. The ZVE-1 or the ZVE-10 is a bit more upgraded, a little bit closer to like a professional YouTuber. But the ZV-1 is a great little camera that'll do everything that a cell phone can and can't do. Makes it easy, flip out screen, mic input if you want it. Mic on board sounds okay. The ZV-1 doesn't have a detachable lens, but if you don't need that, you don't need that. The ZVE-1 or ZVE-10 is a little bit better. And it has a detachable lens, so you can put different lenses on. But I think Renegade has one, and he loves it. And it is not camera centric. It's video centric. So everything in the setup for it is less about camera settings and all that for taking pictures, and more about YouTube and taking videos. And the other thing you can do to it too is like what I'm doing here, which you can't do with the Rebel. You can't do with a lot of things, even sometimes the phones, is you can plug it into your computer, run it as a camera for Zoom meetings or whatever else, as your webcam, all kinds of things that you can do with these. So that's just something I just mentioned. So it's still sitting. And when you don't have a lot of money, you don't want to make a purchase that he's like, what do you, I'm like, you could sell it. It's not for you. It's not really something. You could keep it, and maybe one day you'll learn how to use it, and you can take some nice birding shots and some wildlife shots. Or if you're at a stadium somewhere watching a game, you can take some really great shots. You can get in tight with those big lenses. So let's see. The guys want. Is a GoPro good for? Let's see. Blood Nose asks, is a GoPro good for YouTube? For outside, yes.
Yeah.
Not for in here. You see how that camera over there struggled? But this one wouldn't. This is the better camera, but we're not moving this one tonight. But that camera struggled in low light. That's basically what a GoPro would look like, maybe a little worse in the lighting in here. So you could not do what I'm doing right now with a GoPro. In fact, even just in the shop in general, and you'll notice it too, that people that have not so well-lit garage or shop and they go indoors with their GoPro, you got to add a lot of light. But the other problems, they do have problems with overheating. They do have problems with suddenly, mysteriously not recording or stopping the recording, depending on which one you get. Even some of the newer ones have that issue because they didn't upgrade the processor and everything. And they get hot, especially if you're trying to run it in 4K. The batteries, are small and they don't record for very long. But they're very useful. So, they are pretty stable. And if you're outside doing anything or you have a lot of light on something, they're small. I love small stuff like phones and everything because you can shove them into your machine and get them close. Don't use any of the digital enhancements, especially digital zoom. I wouldn't use digital zoom on one of these either. I wouldn't do it. It looks like crap. Let's see. Brett says, let's see. Brett says, I love my 14 Pro Max, 250 gig in deep purple. What does that mean?
The color of it.
Oh, is that the color of it? In fact, my ringtone is Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple, the intro guitar riff. Yeah. Bob says, I just want an Archer's Garage shirt to show off. Let's see. Brett says, and I want an Archer's Garage shirt too. Yeah, I don't know how to make those yet.
We're going to have to get them.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. I have to learn. Well, I have to learn I've been learning how to do, let's see. These are, I'm trying to remember.
Press.
No, hold on.
What?
The file, I have to recreate this file again for this image in basically the same thing. I just can't think of the extension, but the extension does this. See how this is an overlay image? So this could be saved in a JPEG, but there's another image file extension that most of these places that do these transparencies, they need that extension. So they need a picture that's not in a JPEG or a picture. It might be a TIFF or something. I don't remember.
Probably.
But it has to be a transparent image. So you see how this lays on there? Mm-hmm. So I converted this. This is an overlay graphic. So that's one of the reasons why I did this, was because I'm like, well, how do you make picture images and text images overlay on top of an existing image? Mm-hmm. Because otherwise it would be a black or white or whatever solid block, like on a page. Notice how that blends into everything else? So that was something that I started to learn so that I could make these. Because originally I didn't create these in that file format.
Vistaprint, though, will turn your file into transparent file.
That's what TJ had to have done.
Yeah, you can, if you go, on Vistaprint and you try to create a t-shirt, it gives you an option to keep it as a, border around it, or to make it transparent, and what it'll do to just cut out the image itself.
Right.
That's how I did the pens. That's how I did the hat. Didn't I do a hat for you?
You did the pen. This is the pen.
Did I? Yeah.
Yeah, these are really nice.
I think I did something else. Oh, I did the shirt, and the shirt came out too dark.
Yeah, you did the first shirt.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is just, it's just a feature that they have on there.
But I need to learn how to do it anyway. That's why I went and I got this program here. I'm just showing my daughter. It's GIMP. It's like Photoshop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, GIMP is like Photoshop. It's a freeware. And you have to learn how to use it like Photoshop. But there's a lot of tutorials out there on the web, of course, like almost anything today. And I started going through it so I could create images and graphics in a free software. I had Photoshop, but it doesn't work right on Windows 10 and on this computer anymore because it's an older version. And the newer versions of Photoshop are really good and they help you a lot, but you have to pay every month for it. So I'm not doing that either. Let's see, Robert says, everybody's saying hi. Show one of my short videos so Mrs. Tractor can hear me. She can't hear anything. I have to give her the headset. I don't know if it'll reach. How much, Jungle Bob says, I will pay you. No, we don't have any. We haven't even set it up yet. I like iPhone for the accessibility aspect since I'm legally blind. Yes. Well, a lot of stuff should have that now. Bob says, just send me a large. Yeah. Yeah. DNR small. Hey, DNR. He's saying hello. All right, so let's see. What are we at? We're at almost 2 hours, so I don't want to stay too long, but I want to show you guys hanging out in the back and the garden. Okay, in Arch's garden. Scrapping machines. Do that,
what? I'm gonna go.
Where you going?
Inside.
All right, let me put the pee break lady on because I'm gonna take a quick break. She's saying bye. We'll put the pee lady on.
I gotta be up super early, so it's time for me to go to bed.
Yeah, she has to get up to pick up her boyfriend from JFK.
Yep.
Yeah, he was in California surfing.
Surf trip.
Nice. All right, guys, we'll be right back. I'm gonna put the pee lady on, and I'll see you guys in a bit. And bye. You see? On, lady. Oh, yeah, I had to go grab stuff. Let's see. Let's get the pee out of here. There we go. All right, I'm back. Yeah, that was a long one. I figured I'd go get some coffee, too. And I walked my daughter out, and she wanted to chat for a minute because she's getting ready to traipse all the way basically into the city. Hold on. Let's see. That better? Yeah. My ugly face is in the camera. Oh my God. See what you guys are up to. Let's see. DNR. What's up, DNR? Jungle says good night. Jungle Bob's out of here. Have a good night, Chris, and thanks for stopping in. Or is he saying good night to T? It's the LASIX lady. Yeah, but we don't really know, fellas. Could be a he, him, she, them. We don't know. We're open to, everybody's welcome. And, as long as that person doesn't turn around while they're peeing. Styling and profiling the one and only pee lady. Yeah. No profiling here, Bubba. Profiling. Bob says, I had a girl that could piss like that. Oh, Brett goes, I piss like that after they take LASIX in the morning. Brett's like, oh, nice. New are watching someone piss, and here comes an ad for Kraft shredded cheese. Bleach is like, P Lady is starting to sound like my bong. Robert says, bye, Mrs. Tractor. Robert says, what a treat tonight seeing your mini-me. Yeah, right? She kind of is like my mini-me. We've been through a lot together. We're very close. But yeah, she's a lot of fun. And I'm glad she stopped in. So she'll be out of here early in the morning, so she's got to go take care of some stuff. And yeah, I'm just, I figure, well, by the way, what'd you guys think of the sin that Johnny committed using the dishwasher in the house? I laughed so hard when I saw that. I was loving it. That's a cool engine. Some of those front wheel drive cars are pretty fast, especially with a big motor like that. I would think it would be pretty damn quick. A lot of fun. By the way, this is the last cookie. Right? Liz is like, no more. She didn't even want to give me any cookies. I kind of snuck in on that. They were here hanging out. I kind of like walked in. I wasn't done with work yet. And I walked in. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? And I see this huge stack of cookies on top of the dog cage. I'm like, what's that? And then I had to bribe my daughter for one. And she's like, I need money, Elizabeth says. You got to give me money. I'm like, well, you didn't even tell me you were coming. So I managed to score. I ate them all already, though. I couldn't hold out. They were too good, and I was in dire need. You know how chocolate I am with chocolate. I need. See, Brett says, I can't get away using my dishwasher as a parts washer since I live alone. Yeah, he goes, oh, I can get away. Yes, you can. Right? Yes, you can. You know, you can definitely do that. But yeah, I've done similar stuff, but you just can't get away, all the time. Thing is, even if you think you can get away with it, you never get away with everything anyway, because they just remember if you did. Like if you did something and they're quiet about it. I don't know what's worse, is if the ladies are quiet about it or they say something right away. Because either way, they remember. Oh, Jamie, chocolate is good. Yeah, because that's like my mood. That's how I alter my mood, is chocolate and pizza. That's how I keep control of what little control I have. Yeah, but that was great that T stepped in. So yeah, I got some cookies out of that, and Liz actually texted me. I think it was Friday, and she said something like, thank you for not letting my daughter ride the mini bike, because the younger one was here, and we had talked about that earlier. And the older one drove the big tractor a couple of years ago. It was on the channel too. She helped me out with a super clean thing. And Liz is like, no, she wouldn't want to drive the mini bike, but the young one would. And we talked a bit about it. And so I wanted to show the younger one the mini bike, because it's an inspiring thing. I think part of the reason why they're so fun is of course, most of us have had one or rode one when we were younger. And it does bring back a lot of memories. It's just a cool, fun, simple thing with the motor that goes vroom, vroom. And when her name, Liz's youngest daughter, we call her Charlie, but her name is Charlotte. And when Charlie was looking at it, you can see the child. I think, what is she, 11, 12? I forget. 12, maybe. The young us, right? That's that person standing there looking at a bike like that with a motor on it. And it just does something to you, I think. And then, of course, when you ride it, it does something else to you. And you could see Mikey, like you could see the shit-eating grin all over his face. He was shocked that it was that fast. It just does something to you. I don't know. It's a very unique human thing, and a mini bike kind of taps into that sort of resource that we have. And it would be nice to have a bunch of those. We don't have a lot of room left anymore out here on the island like we used to when I was younger out this way, but there still are a couple places. Mike wants to run around down at the track, at the racetrack, in the pits, a couple other places he's got, and just to have it as well. And what a fun thing. I mean, it'd be nice to... Elizabeth had such a good time. I think it was such a stress reducer for her. And while I was chatting with her on Friday morning, Mikey hit me up. He was going to go to Englishtown in New Jersey at a raceway, but he was kind of tired and it was kind of lousy out. And he hit me up. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm like, well, you want to come over? He's like, yeah, I'm coming over. And as I was texting, I said, Liz, I got to go. Mikey's coming. He wants to pick up his mini bike. And I think she sent me a text a little bit later. She's like, I'm glad I got to ride it before he came to pick it up. She was really glad. She wouldn't have said it if she didn't really mean it. And you could see it really touched that nerve. It doesn't matter what age. It's just one of those things. And quads are cool, okay? But there's something about a mini bike. It just is. So, let's see, Fred says, as Homer Simpson says, chocolate. Let's get to the, let's see, this segment here. I'll show you guys my spring cleanup. Let me set it up. A lot of cool stuff. Oh, by the way, I did a little horse trading. Hold on while I'm setting it up. So I've had this mini bike for a while, and then a lot of stuff that Mikey and I do are like consignment these days. Plus, I'm so broke that I'm so cash poor that we pay each other back in services, favors, borrowing stuff, selling stuff, whatever. And because we've known each other for a while now, I made up this big list of stuff that he has here. So I was like, why don't you just bring everything you want? Because he's got so much stuff over there at his parents' house. I'm like, bring it over here for the winter. You clean up, make your family a little bit happier. You can focus on what you want to focus on over the, the winter months and fall months or whatever. Leave it here. I'll write it all up. And then I want it anyway. You're going to be bringing it anyway. Just drop it off here. I'll organize it. So I started organizing the other day as well. And then we'll make up a list and give me a little bit of cash, a little bit of green. Because if I actually had to charge him for everything I did to the mini bike, it would be like $1,000. I'm like, I'm not doing that. He's my buddy. So we figured out like, well, we'll do some horse trading. I wanted that green snowblower, right? The Craftsman, big Craftsman green snowblower. It's like, take that right off the top. So we worked out a deal on that. Then you'll see in the video a little bit of it, and some of you guys may already know, there are these two Toro aluminum bodied, old school contractor type mowers with the big bag and everything. They got the big aluminum bodies. They got on the wheel adjusters, they've got the grease fittings right there. It's like a bronze bushed axle shaft assembly. They got the better motor. One of them has the bigger, I think it's the bigger, I want to say it's the bigger overhead valve, original overhead valve Briggs motor. I think one of them has. I used to collect those and then I stopped because it wasn't worth it. But I got two of them with the bags. I'm like, take that. If you can sell them to me for like $25 a pop, I want those. Those are mine. And I may need one of them for parts. However I make one out of the two, because I want something top notch as an alternate to the Honda for myself. And for a cool machine, to cut the lawn with and have something nice. So you'll see one in here, but that's like a dream. And I have some smaller ones. I may even have a third. So we'll have to see how it pans out. And hopefully I'll get to it this season. But who knows? All you can do is collect them. And then when you get to it, that's why the way that Craftsman snowblower came out, I was talking to him about it, like, it was so beat up. I'm like, but Mike, how often am I going to find something this cool and this nice for myself? Like, there's not that many out there. And I'm like, I don't want to get rid of everything that you hooked me up with because some of this stuff is just too cool. All right, let's take a listen at this. Yeah, buddy. Oh boy, we got a mess, fellas. All right, what can I do today? All right, so this guy we want to get to at some point. This is one I bought, my daughter set me up with. I think it's pushed about as far back as I can manage. There's some junk back there. I'm wondering, some of the stuff is junk. Some of the stuff is what Mikey gave me. I think we should set up to find the next candidate. Is really, because there's some of the stuff is like ready to, like, this is garbage. But we could take the top off in the carburetor. You could even take this off too, because I've gone through a lot of those. For some reason or other, they get damaged. People ruin them. I don't know. They bang them into stuff. I've seen them get punctured. That's Bob Vila's mower. Yeah, it's actually, I have the bag for it, but it's a mess. I don't think I can fix it. See, we got some stuff back there that's garbage. What I need is a place. So, let me think about how I want to do this. I mean, if I get this guy out and roll him out of the way, I can have back there and just move this guy around for now. It should roll. And then I can have one place to stage garbage, because there's already some garbage back there. That we'll get to. A lot of this stuff is just going to disappear. We're going to part it. But we need our candidates for the beginning of the year. We got a Honda. That's nice. I already made up a list for Mikey, so I pretty much have an idea of what we can go through. A lot of this stuff is really kind of crappy. See this yellow, this rust on the yellow paint. I mean, a lot of that stuff I don't like to fix. It's not worth it. So, I don't know. Let me see what I can do today. It's nice out. Got all these computer parts that I didn't need. This was my sister's. It leaks like a sieve. I made the motor run good, but, you know, the pump is no good. You know, what are you going to do with stuff like that? Like, you can't do anything with crap like that. This is a Troy built I got from my customer, another Mike. And it probably leaks like a sieve, but we'll have to check it. There's a little motor we can use, but a lot of times those are short shafts. That's one I got from Mikey. That's Mikey's blue machine. He wants me to throw a motor on it. Bunch of bags over here. Not sure what that one is. That little weed eater whacker thing. See, we got all this up in here. There's a lawnmower I got from a customer I picked up. That's decent. That could be made to run. All right, fellas, let me see what I can do. These Mikey gave me, but a lot of them, like, they need paint and everything. So they don't sell for much if you just do it like that. You know, you can clean them up a little bit and make them a little prettier, but they'll sell for about 100 and change if you have a bag. But it does have a Briggs motor on it, a nice, you know, flathead. Could be useful. Overhead, valver, but that body might be a little bit better. All right, let me get to work. Let me see if I can just put in a couple of hours. It's about 1 o'clock or so. Well, here's an old crappy Murray, 21-inch Murray Classic with the 3.5, bolted on wheels. They're shot. The deck is nice, but the motor looks like it might be okay. The cable is working. The throttle is broken. However, we'll take a peek underneath. So I'm going to part this. Let's see. Can we get to it? Yeah, there's no baffle back there. It's garbage. The blade might be okay. Yeah, well, take a look at this. So I need the cable because this is another variant of it, which I put away for now. See, same kind of cable here, but the cable's a little stuck. This one, basically the same, but it's got a bigger motor on it. It's got adjustable wheels. It's basically the same thing. So we're just going to part out the red one. Well, some of it I went over with the Honda, which started right up. This area I got to the junk in the back, but I didn't vacuum. So most of this is like ready. These are some nice machines I want to go through. Electric Start, my favorite black Craftsmans, they need front wheels. A Honda, a couple other things. Towards the back is stuff that I'll get to later in the season. On this side is junk. That's not junk. This I'll fool with eventually. God knows when. Probably is junk. That's junk. Junk. That Toro's no good. That one I'll probably keep. This Craftsman's no good. There's some e-waste there. And also back there is some stuff I'll get to. I'll get to that. Most of that stuff, there's even a snapper back there. Some of that stuff I'll get to later. It's not important, but it'll disappear at some point this year. Or it'll be parts. And then lastly, I staged a few items here to be parted out. Right? Probably just grabbed these nice old Briggs engines. I like them. Whatever I can get. That's an OHV. I don't know if it's good parts. It's missing things. Probably just throw it right out. I'll probably grab the carburetor from that guy in the cover, like I said. The starter motor from that and the switch. And there's like little things you can grab. Oh, we want this cable. I know, right? I'm not going to fix that. No, we're not fixing that. All right, it's good enough.
Day 4.
It's the Briggs Classic 3.5. I probably have some wheels, but there's no baffle in the back of this. It's kind of beat. Broken throttle. It's not worth my time. But I just wanted to show you fellas a Murray 21-inch. It's an old schooler with a Classic on it. I'll bring you outside in a bit, and I want to show you a couple of these engines with the short shaft that came out for a lot of these real shallow body, cheapy Zoid. Like, for example, like I could probably take the wheels off of some of these beat ones. Let's go walk outside real quick. Like if you wanted to, Okay, you could probably take like these wheels. They're basically the same. See, this is just a new crappy version of what you see on the table. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll take the pull start, I'll take the carburetor, I'll take a few things off of it, but yeah, you could probably put these wheels right on it. This is like the 20-inch, I believe. It's a shorter width blade, and here's one that's upside down. You see how short that shaft is? I won't use it on a deeper, deck. I just throw them out. But like I'm saying, I'll take a few of these things that are nice. Like this motor's in nice shape. Look at the muffler on that. That muffler's mint. It's a shame too. Yeah, let's turn it on its side. But I just don't have a use for these. I won't fix this stuff. Okay, short shaft. So we'll pull off a few things. You can grab the blade adapter occasionally. I keep a few of these. If they come off, like this one might come off. If they just kind of, generously offer themselves up to me, I'll take that. All right, let me keep parting. I'll be back. See, there's no baffle. It never was one, so it probably cut like crap. That's the blade on it. It's actually in pretty good shape. You probably could make this run. I don't see why you couldn't. But we don't have a... we'd have to convert it to... this one's got a throttle control on it. And that throttle control's broken. I might have another one, but I'll have to see. You probably could fix this one. It needs to be cleaned. It kind of looks like crap, but you won't get much for it. Now, remember, these wheels are bolted on, so most people don't like that. They want some adjustability. You have to literally unbolt these to move them. So this was really a cheap system. All right, so I hooked the hose up to this pump, and water comes out of here. I put a little oil in there too, although I need to cap this to test it. So we'll have to put like a nozzle or something on the end of that. And I know I have some, I might do it tomorrow. The motor looks like it's okay. So if that pump isn't leaking, we might be all right. It's not a great motor, but I have the other one. So I grabbed another tank. This tank I caught it just in time. It's got a little bit of water in it, but it's okay. And that's good because they die a lot. That tank looks like it's okay. And this old Classic's in good shape, so she came off. So we're good there. Unless I grabbed a couple other little things. Another an MTD top. A nice black Honda top with its pull cord thing. This is kind of neat. Right, mount that on the side of something clamp it for a quick test. I have tons of tanks, but I thought that was kind of neat. It's on a bracket. Let's go take a walk. Now over here is pretty good now, so this area's cleaned up. So this is customer stuff right here. That's up next. I also have a blower too. I got an Echo blower I got to fix. It's been sitting for a while, but this is my other customer. So I'll get these done. That's coming up next. Let's go take a walk over by the junk pile. So this was my sister's, and I took the oil out of it, but it ran good. I made it run good, but the pump was leaking, and it blew the valve, which then it blew off the handle. This thing here cocked it and blew it off. So, which is so common. So that balance valve tends to get jammed, and the pressure all comes back. But I made this run good. So maybe we can, if that other pump is okay, we might be able to put it on here. But she doesn't really want it. But let's see. I pulled the battery out of this, and it charged. And even though the key was on all winter long, this I think has got no compression. So it's probably stuck valve, bad gasket. The typical like 17 horsey, 16 horsepower overhead valve. Your typical crap. But these are nice. I like these. And this thing will clean up nice. I have the deck for it. Needs a little bit of help. So this will sell. Right? This one's in really nice shape. Unfortunately, these are not. So we'll be going through that shortly after I get this one running. This should be a quick sell. I mean, I wouldn't even mind keeping it, but, fellas. Look at this one over here. I like this John Deere, which is just buried. Let's see if that one works. Up, here comes the wind. So, pile of garbage. Right? Pile. Back there, those are good. That's okay. Pile. pile. That's, we're gonna keep that for now. Pile. Some pile over there. So Juan's coming, so he'll be here Monday. This is Friday. So if I turn up anything else, but you know, I gotta start cleaning up over here.
72 hours later.
All right, well, I'm out here cleaning up, taking care of stuff. I got this camera set up. That's what the image looks like. Let's see. It's getting weird dark. You can't really see anything. Now the cloud is going to hit it, of course. All right, we'll see what this thing picks up. Looks pretty cool, though. Meantime, dug out some of this stuff to air up. Some tires, portable hair compressor. We're getting cleaned up. I'm going to clean that out now. It's just getting weird dark. It's getting kind of cold. All right, here we are. It's like everybody's like, end of the world. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. See you guys next world. All right, something's still happening. Probably not going to be able to see it. No, but it's a weird darkness. There's a little bit of clouds on it. You know, I don't have the filter for it. And in S&Q mode, there's not a lot I can do. Let me try another mode. Aired up a few things. Cleaned up here. I got room for Big Mike's tractor over here. So we're going to be putting that back tomorrow. Getting a little late now. This old Deutz here, 5-speed. It runs, it drives. I don't think I have the deck for it. The deck I think was beat. But we got the motor on it. It's got a new carburetor on it. And it's a 12 horsepower. IC, pretty standard. I like the way they open up in the back. They open up towards the back. But she's got all the wrong tires on it and everything. I don't think I have a deck. This is, I forget what this is. I don't know. Some kind of John Deere hydrostat soft touch. I like these. This is one I might want to keep for myself. That's the all-wheel drive with the boxer, all-wheel steer with the boxer motor in it. Probably going to get rid of it, but it's really cool. Big cut, really nice, you know, old school. I don't know how much of it's left, fellas. You know, it may not come back. These things were hard to fix too. They get huge, wide tires. I forget what size cut. It's like 42 or something. It's huge. All-wheel steering. I mean, it's just huge. I had this on the channel and Mikey dropped it off, but it's pretty rusty. So it, you know, the deck might be shot. Plus, it's been laying almost on the ground for years. I aired up one of the tires. I want to air up this tire when I get over here. 15 horsepower, IC. You know, you'd wonder why. Like, why is it only 15 horsepower? This is the 15 boxer motors. I like these motors. So I may want to hold on to this thing and see if we can get it to run. It's in pretty good shape. I kind of wrecked the seat, but it's getting a little brittle. Was a nice shape. They were okay. They were weird. The problem is it's so wide. The only place it's going through is my driveway gate. And the deck is rotting pretty bad, but I have other decks. Yeah, it looks like the deck is just coming apart down there. Might be fun to just drive around and get it running. Let me see, what else we have? This is one that, this John Deere is the one where the hood blew off when he was delivering it, and he had to drop the price. He was mad. But these are nice. Like, it's got the Kohler Command in it. This one's in pretty nice shape. This is one that it might be. The deck is decent. I have the deck. So this is one where I might want to keep it without a hood and maybe, you know, take one of the other hoods from something, put it on it. I don't know. It's got a rip in the seat. Don't they all? And then this guy we'll get rid of. Like I said, I don't think I have a deck. There's no point. We'll take the motor off because I know it runs good. Maybe I'll make it run one more time and then we'll ice it because it's kind of beat. It's taking up room. The tires are holding air. So that's like one good set of tires and rims. Even though these are different than I think what was on there, they were beat. So it's something to fool around with. Yeah, 43 inch. The steering machine, 6-speed. Yeah, she's even a little rotted underneath, but if it's in decent shape, yeah, I see a hole in the deck. Yeah, that deck is shot. But, you know, fun to play with. Let's go look at the others. So this is Big Mike's too. There's Simplicity 3012, right? We'll get back to that. We're going to pull off all the stuff off the front soon, and I'll pop some tires on it so I can move it around. Let's see, let's go back here. So this one he dropped off. It's all black. It's kind of nice. All the tires are beat, but maybe not. Like, this might be off their rims. It's all black. It's easy to fix. I have another one. So this is the 14.5 horsepower, 42-inch 6-speed Murray, right? The problem with these decks is that when you drop them down, when you go to engage them and stuff, they move forward, and then anything that you run into will shove the deck backwards. So it's pretty pokey. This is a 19.5 twin. It said V twin on it, right? Or 19.5 horsepower twin. So this is a 19.5 horsepower turbo cool. I like these. This is nice. You say, oh, Arch, look at it, it's a mess. Not really. It's a 46-inch cut, which I have a new deck for it. But we don't have to keep it 46. It's hydrostat. Automatic transmission. So at the very least, we might want to look into that, because those are nice, especially on smaller properties. I have a bunch of decks. We got to get to it. We'll throw out that lid, but I have other lids. Looks like it caught on fire or something. But, you know, if it runs, I mean, I like these motors. So back here, so this is the one, this is the parts machine for the other one that left last year. So this one needs a motor, and we could put just about any motor on. These are actually fun to drive. It's in good shape, and it'd be easy to sell. So we need to pop a motor on it. Maybe that 12 horsepower will go on it. You don't need a lot. The deck isn't all that big. It is hydro. It is a little locked up. That's the deck. And that yellow deck, so orangey yellow, is the deck for the Cub-Cadet. It needs blades and it needs spindles. And then there's the deck for the John Deere back there, so it's in pretty good shape. I don't know if it was connected. I don't think it was. So I got another hood for an LT 1000, and that's the 17 IC. That motor runs. I made it run. You could take that motor, but I have other motors. So this guy, I forget how many speeds it is. It's got a Kohler on it, but it says Kohler Command, but I don't think that's what's on there. I don't remember. I think it's just a Briggs. I made it run. Mouse got at it. Let me air this one up, and I'll try and put some air in those front tires. I think this guy here, this yard machine guy, dropped it off, left me some money, and then COVID hit, and he disappeared. And then, so this is a 12.5 horsepower, 38. And the wide body black one, what was that? That was a 14.5, 42, 6-speed. So we don't know the condition of that. I was playing around in there, stealing stuff off of it. I don't know. Somebody painted it too. This one is locked up in the back, and I can't figure out how to release it. It could just be a blown transmission. These things are not that good. These things are hard to work on too, to put the deck on and everything. The deck is okay, so I may try to slap something together from the two on this. All right, there you go. There's the old deck for, it's kind of rotted. That's the deck for the Alice, and it's kind of rotted. It's kind of beat. So I don't think I'm gonna invest in that. And then there's the big new 46-inch deck, Mulchmaster back there. All right, so we got some goodies to work with. So that's why I was saying, you know, just that deck goes on easy. By the way, that green deck. That's a nice little cutter for my yard, but I'd rather have something newer. This is another nice one with the Boxer 19.5. So I have two of those. And we might be able to put something together. I'd like to have something with one of those motors in it. And then that's a V-twin, 20 horsepower. Don't know what condition it's in. It's pretty beat up underneath the Cub-Cadet hood. So that's it for these machines. Let me reach in there and throw a little oil in. This is Big Mike's. He's got a much nicer one than I have. So jealous, Mike. And this one I got last year. I've showed this before. So I just add up the tires. It's got the blown head gasket or something. No compression. It's just a big Briggs 16. I'm pretty sure I have others. Probably stuck valve. Probably blown head gasket. Most common. Should be able to get it running. I have the deck around here somewhere. Yeah, I have the deck. It's all in pretty good shape. I think it just needs blades and a good cleaning and make it run and sell it. Even though it's in really nice shape, it'd be great to put something else on it, but just get it out of here. Make this one disappear. It's easy. I think that's it. I think that's all we got. And there's my Sunstar deck, which is a mess, right? We're going to have to see if we can patch it. They're hard to get. Yeah, there's the deck for that nice Sears. So it needs blades. We'll check the spindles. And we'll get it all cleaned up and freshened up. And we'll get it out of here. I got a mess in here. So we're going to start cleaning up. Clean up all of this in a bit. This was buried, so I need it today. And this guy started right up. She's running good. Running real good. Look at the idle on this thing. I think we can bring it down a little bit more. Yeah, it's nice idle. And eventually I'll pull one set of chains off and we'll get this guy out. But let's just leave it for now. I'm not going to be cutting with it yet. And she did good this winter. All right, I got to get back to work. Let's just take a look in the backyard real fast. Fellas, not bad. All right, cleaned it up quite a bit. Back here, it's windy today. A little cooler. Yesterday was Eclipse Day. All right, so Big Mike's is back here. We got it running again. It's moved out of the way. We're going to get to that soon, but it's ready to launch. A little bit more cleanup over here. We got this guy snuggled away. I can gain access. It's all aired up. It's easy to move around. This is some of the stuff I'm going to be, getting to soon. So that's kind of staged. Aired up what I could. It's going to rain next couple of days, so that's good. This will grow back. Yard is clean. Ground up all the sticks, clean up the debris. And this is what's up next for today. So we got... I'm not sure which one I want to do first. I think I might just do a simple one. Maybe this one with the bag, or put the bag on whatever. I don't know. This is a flathead. That's an OHV. Whichever one I decide. One simple machine here. This is something from what I parted the other day. And this is another mic, customer mic, contractor mic. So I think this is one we'll clean up, but not today. I think we're going to do this one today. It's simple. So we're just going to start off with simple. And that customer that I did the two-stroke for that I couldn't fix, he brought me this lawnmower. So it's a nice lawnmower. All right, so we'll get to this today as well.
Eventually.
Oh, storm is coming back. All right, so Mike is good to go. He's out. But I bought this for $50, Craftsman style. And, not like I don't have machines to put it on. Not bad. And then we got the dust stopper bag for a Murray. Kind of weird and rare. I got a nice Honda bag, so we got to put this on the list. I got a 22-inch front drive Craftsman. A little old school, not bad. Look at this little peewee little Craftsman bag. But, and then he gave me that, which is the usual. Now, I was thinking the other day, is, this is the twin. No, that's the twin. This is not the twin. This is the Boxer. So we'll find a chassis, and that plow will go with one of these chassis with the bigger motors. Not this crap or whatever. Not that one, because that one's like 17 horsepower, and that one I just want to get out of here and sell it. But, or we'll just hold on to it and maybe put it on this chassis, which is, this is the one with the automatic transmission in the Boxer twin. Watch, it looks like crap. Yeah, we just put some clear on it, a little bit of wax, and leave it as like one of those distressed look, you know, machines. He's like, get rid of this stuff. I'm like, I am working on it. Yeah, we'll get rid of this stupid generator. That one I might see if I can get running again, just to see what's going on with it. Might be some good parts there. And then there's that other champion. He's like, get rid of that. I'm like, all right, well, you know, let me see. I haven't, you know, I have a noodle around with it. You know, the chassis might be good for experiments. Same thing with that one. If the chassis is not broken. All right, I gotta get out of here. The storm is coming. There's a storm a-coming. Change the 160 shutter rate, 145, 130, 160 seems to be about the best with F27. I'm climbing up in shutter rate. Unfortunately, it's tying out the f-stop. We'll leave it here. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Let's let it run like that for a minute. I don't think we're going to see anything else. Go back in the pit. Yeah, that's cool. We'll do an S&Q in a bit. Just check on it. I can't really tell. I can't see much. All right, stand by. I'm coming back. So that's all the stuff, the junk. It's not junk. It's not junk, fellas. Everybody says it's, you got junk, Arch. There's a lot of junk. Another thing I was thinking, too, is now that I have that plow, what if I put that plow on the all-wheel steering? It's got a big enough motor for it. The deck is shot. Probably will never use it to cut. But if it's in decent enough shape, what would a plow be like on an all-wheel steer, twin engine Craftsman tractor? I mean, it should fit right on. Well, I can make anything fit on. But that might be kind of neat, is to just leave it in plow duty and get it running, and then like leave it around in case we get like a snowstorm. It's kind of slushy and I didn't get a chance to put the plow on the big Sunstar. That might be neat. Let me catch up to you guys. Let me see. Let's see. Robert says bye-bye. Mrs. Tractor, Johnny Bravo says, what a treat tonight seeing you and your mini-me. Brett says, I can get away with using my dishwasher as pulse washer since I live alone. Chocolate is good. Jamie O says, Brett says, as Homer Simpson says, chocolate. Brett says, and speaking of Homer, I'll be bringing that out soon for the summer, hoping for more wash jobs to film. Yes, absolutely. Didn't you say that you had a wash job or something to do with the church or something coming up? Brett said something like they used Kawasaki and Suzuki in some of the older commercial mowers. One was a two-smoker, I think. That was Suzuki. Blood Nose says Siamese twin mowers is brilliant. Yeah, isn't that a cool little little transition that I made? Bumper. I think that's kind of neat. I like finding stuff like that. Jamie O says you have your work cut out. Yeah, I sure do. Bleach, remind me because next week we think we should go take a look at your Deutz Alice 613 on your channel. And then he says, I can't wait till it warms up. I can film YouTube videos. Yeah, Bleach, remember that. Remember to remind me. We'll go find it. Jamie O says, the Lord said, let spring begin and Arch start selling mowers. Absolutely, God bless. Bravo says, geez, guys, it's 80 degrees plus here this weekend and sunny. Yeah, because you live in like the deep south. Blood Nose says, yeah, Arch, your bumpers are classy. Thanks, bros. Yeah, I enjoy the bumpers. Like, not too many people do the bumpers. I forgot what they were, and Brett had to remind me. I'm like, because I took this in school and stuff. Oh, my God, forever ago. And I always wanted to do something like this, but there's no such thing as YouTube for, like, ever when I was younger. But I remember working on, like, car restorations and stuff, and I would think it would be kind of neat. Because I used to read a lot, and some of the instruction manuals and the cool, what are they, HB books, whatever. Do I have any up there? There might be some stuck up there and some over here. But some of the Chiltons or whatever, I always enjoyed blueprints. Of course, I went to school for that as well. I learned AutoCAD, and I had to work off of blueprints and Grumman and other jobs, and I made them, and I was always fascinated about the blueprints, the schematics, the detailed, I call them pictographs, and the pictures and pictographs, and the narration and the writing for technical manuals. You know, like that. This is like stuff that I like, right? Most people be like, oh, God, that's boring. Nobody reads those. I do. You know, like with Christmas gifts and everything, everybody throws out the manual. I joke about it, but I actually read the stupid things. There's one around here, too, for the battery thing. I just wanted to show you guys something real quick before we get out of here. But I was also thinking that now that I have that plow, maybe we'll try it on, well, I would like to have an automatic Craftsman, if it works, and it's got the right motor in it, and the plow could go on that as a dedicated. It'd also be nice to cut with the lawn with. So, you know, this is how I think. So I want to try to get to that stuff this year. I really, really, really need to dig into that pile and start getting rid of stuff. I'm not sure if I want to get rid of the Deutz Alice. It does have a deck. I didn't think it did. I forgot. But then I found it. That's another reason why I need to clean up, because when you get a certain amount of stuff, you actually forget what you have. And you just miss good opportunities, or you don't realize something, or you can't sell it because you don't think you have it, and then you realize, oh crap, I have it. So that's another reason to organize a little bit. And there is junk back there for sure, and we need to get rid of that. So Juan came, took away a lot of the stuff. He was happy. He gave me some steel and a couple of cool other things. And let's see, Blood Nose is, yeah, okay, saw that. So I just wanted to show you guys before we cut out of here, because it's like 2 hours and 36 minutes, so we're still doing pretty good. But yeah, we covered almost everything. Mikey's really happy. I'm really happy. We did a little bit of horse trading. And that one tar I was talking about was actually in that footage. You saw it a couple of times. You saw it out. There's another one like it in my shed, because I thought it was the better one. And I'm like, let me grab one. I want one. So a little bit of horse trading. I now have those two. There are others around back. Some of them are smaller. Most of those are like YouTube projects, and they will get sold at some point as well. And I've got a lot of stuff. I've got Lawn Boy stuff I put back there. A whole bunch of Lawn Boy stuff. Some classy commercial stuff, and I think some just, regular homeowner grade, some of the 2-strokes and a couple of 4-strokes. and some of the newer two-strokes as well. I don't know. That's like that YouTube stuff. Sometimes it's hard to get to. I can only do a couple a year. And I also have on a cart in the garage, which you kind of saw, is it was going to be 2 of the older Toros, the round, sexy bodies. And I narrowed it down to all of the parts plus 1 good chassis. And I wanted to bring it out, sort of leave it out, just the chassis in my way, go over to it, derust it, blow some primer on it, leave it out, come back when I have like an hour and everything is body worked and I like it, put it either in the shop or in the garage or something, set it up, blow color on it, walk away. And then I want to make a personal pace because on my channel, one of my top videos is personal pace. And I wanted to do a personal pace, old school, really also focus on the transmission because a lot of people get messed up with the transmission. And I wanted to find my best stuff, put it all on there in a beautiful body. I got a nice bag. It's like brand new. Put it all together and put it on the channel. And I try to do one like resto a year. And I didn't really do a full resto. And a lot of them didn't actually, I have them. I never released them. So there's a lot going on. But I'm like, I got to get to this. I got to do it. And I love those mowers. And I'll sell it. But I do like them. I do like the old original 4-stroke Tecumseh motors. And I have a whole bunch of those. And we'll pick the best one with the best compression and everything. And put all that on. I have 2 or 3 motors on that cart that I sort of put aside and said, well, I think these might be some of the best ones. And I'll go through it when I'm ready. And like even the hardware still has like the plating on it and everything. And it looks good. Sort of yellowy. But yeah, before we head out, I just wanted to show you some stuff, something I was working on, which I will get to that video soon. Let me find it. So I was talking about that battery over the winter and more recently the LiPo battery that I think will fit tractors. And so I did a little testing this week, and also I think it'd be very good for those power packs. So I just wanted to show you guys that real quick, what I was doing. So let's see. So I finished up a couple, and this is just a layout as part of the video. So the power pack on the right, on the left, now has a LiPo battery in it. And those were thrown out. This one was thrown out. I just got it from Juan and it's working now. That has a regular battery in it. Now these 2 over here, right there, they are the power station power pack style batteries. So I have to complete that video. But this thing came out really good. Now let me find, this one here. And so it's also talking about these little guys, which these are pretty good. They seem to be okay. They're lead acid. And this is what you would find in a lot of like the Craftsman and even some of the Toro Electric Start lawnmowers. And LiPo batteries would be good for that as well. Now, let me see if I have handy. Did I make a video folder on that? I know. By the way, I'll run this real quick. So we got, this is the one I did. All right, I forgot to come out here earlier. And you guys haven't seen this one yet, I don't think. This the Time Master. Fellas, but, well, that's a nice one. This has got the... and the one in the back, I finished. On it. I got some issues. There's no... This switch is... This one I finished. Not this one. Wires, I guess, pulled out. I got to get to that one. Both, he says they both run, but they need, sweetening. So that's next. It's one of the next ones. This is the Cowie motor. Yeah, that one I finished. It came out mint. It's a little bit smaller, but it definitely has more balls. I blew all the labeling off of it with my pressure washer. And you can see it's a slightly different model. So we're going to get these, apart sometime this coming week. I'll do one at a time. This is the real Turf Master. So this is actually a better machine. It came out in some ways than that one. You can see the wheels a little bit beefier. All right. Let me find a video real quick. But that thing came out mint, so that'll be a separate video. And that was these are a real blessing. I love these mowers, and I have one. I've showed you guys before that the body is shot, but it seems like the motor and all the parts are really good. He's got one. It's a Time Master. He's got one where the body is mint, but the motor is shot. Now I'll sell him the motor or something like that. Or the other thing I was thinking recently was, well, I have that nice still hedge trimmer. And he dropped off his hedge trimmer for me to fix, which is decent. It's okay. But mine needs a transmission. And I was thinking, well, I don't really need it because I've got my big hedge. I got two. I showed you guys last week. I think the 2 hedge trimmers that I own. So I was thinking, and I ran it past him, and he sent me a text today. He's like, oh, that's right. I planted a seed, and I'm not really sure what I want to do. But I might want a Time Master. Maybe I can do some horse trading. As I get to know him and he trusts me a little bit more and I do more work for him and whatever, and he gets used to sort of my way of crazy thinking. Because I can make anybody crazy sooner or later, you know. Let me see if I have this in the OBS. I don't remember if I made a folder. Yeah, I think I did. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I just want to show this. Let's see. Yeah. Here it is. Yeah, it is on here somewhere. Let's see. It's on the Lie on here. Here we go. So this is some work I was doing. I wanted to put it in one of these packs. And I did some testing. I started my extractor with it, which is very hard start after sitting all year long. And he needs a new starter solenoid. And I might just put a Ford 9-incher on his like I did on mine. So I was fooling around with it. And let's see. And it seemed to work very good. Trying to see if I've got... Yeah, I kind of like hung it. Yeah, here we go. So just the first couple of tests. So it basically fits in there, but we would have to change the wiring because it would have been flipped over the other way so it could fit and clear. It's a slightly taller battery and the polarity for the terminals is on opposite sides, but that's easily fixed. So this is jury rig for now because we're just going to be using it as a test. So I thought, I got these for free. I got 3 of them. I got another one outside. And we don't know if this is going to be something that we're going to keep, and maybe I'll fix it and put it together right. That's my test rig. Sticking it in here. Maybe there's more room in this one, or we can modify it more. Look, we got one more outside. But we'll size it up a lot closer to one of these batteries. I got one more outside. Let's take a look. So this one I just got yesterday. It's filthy, but this all looks decent. And the charging system comes on. It seems to work. It's just filthy, and it got all right. Let me move forward. All right, quick generic test. I turned it on. There's your off. There's your on. Quick lighting test. I'm not just testing the charging circuit right now, but when I did test it, it worked. So there's your light. Burned it out, though. I fried it fooling around. Here's your meter test. Okay. So that's the LiPo battery in there, and I think I have it here. So it's essentially that LiPo battery. I jury rigged it into a free scrap battery booster pack. It started this engine up and is running it. All right, let's let it warm up. See? And it fit in that black one, but it would have been a better fit in this one. But this one was simple. Outside, but just to show you what's in some of these things. So there's your circuit breaker down there. Uses a wall wart. A lot of them do. That black one does not. It's got a separate board on it. But these are replaceable. It's kind of neat. Got a nice gauge. There's a control circuit right here. This one's a 12-volt, 22 amp hour. I'm going to pull this one out. We'll see if we can bring it back. I know the charging circuit came on. This probably works. And yeah, I'm going to do that now. You can see it got oxidized, and this is probably what's wrong with it. It may even be loose. But yeah, I'm going to go fool around with this. And yeah, let's see. I think I got one more thing. I think I was fooling around with it at night. So I got it in here. I think I put this thing on charge. I stopped about 8:30, somewhere around there, 8:30, and I started to charge probably a little earlier than that. I just looked at the clock. It was 2:22 a.m. in the morning. Next day. Yeah, that's me. She just turned green. I don't think we ever charged this battery, and you can kind of see here. I don't have much light on. Let's see if we can. Hold on. Let's do a test. Let's see. She's almost at 14 volts. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I can't hold this thing in. I can't see straight right now. Yeah, she's just tickling 14 volts. So that's what it required was, I've never charged it. Now this, yeah, and we ran it. I never charged it. Yeah, hold on. Okay. So fan and light. So USB works. It's got a USB port. Everything else is working good. This plug was from that other black, wrapped everything, which is nice. All right. It's got a nice on-off switch. Good to go. So that's the LiPo battery. And it seems to work really good. It's much lighter than a lead acid. And so I get into a little bit also the technicals, not just how to do it, but the testing thing that I did with it, real world testing. Let's take this LiPo battery and let's stick it in a immediate real world situation. And we'll also stick it in one of the battery packs, booster packs, jumper packs, because I could use one of those. So that fancy one has air compressor. It's got USB power, and of course it's a jumper booster, and it's got an on-off switch so that those cables are not lit all the time, unlike the blue one. And I managed to get it in there. Now, you can get batteries that are polarized properly, but I got what they sent me, and I modified it, and I took pieces and parts from the cables and everything from the black one that was a donor. And so I had some fun with it. So now I have a really nice jumper booster, lithium, LiPo powered booster pack for the yard and for other things. And I also managed to get the other one going, the blue one, because that battery actually charged up. It was probably laying around in some dude's pickup truck outside, banging around. It's not that old. I saw a date on the battery or something. No, maybe I think it was a date sticker on the body itself somewhere, like of 2021. So it was probably just like, I don't know why you would leave an electrical booster pack in scooting around in the back of your pickup truck, because it was all scuffed up. It was full of water. It was rotting. Why would you do that? Like, can't you put it in your cab or in a job box or something? Anyway, so that was fun. I was fooling around with that, and I kind of had a good time doing it, and I made the video, and I'm almost done with it. It needs a little bit more work. It'll be a while before I release it. But yes, they do work for that. And I also show all of the batteries that one would use in some of the bigger tractors. Keep in mind that things like Sears and lawn tractors and everything, they use a much smaller battery. You could use HEMs and what have you. So it'll replace that. But the big tractor, the Sunstar, Mike's Sunstar, they use a car battery. Essentially, it's a smaller car battery, which is like 500 and something CCA. You'll see it. But yeah, it will run that and charge, and it'll be charged, and you'll start it. It was cranking because those things don't pull fuel right away. They really need like an electric booster pump. And it ran it fine, and it doesn't care because it makes enough power basically to run itself. Unless, of course, you're putting things under load or you have additional electrical systems that are attached to something. but for your garden variety, it's lighter. It's not going to leak. They don't behave the same way. Keep in mind that any lead acid battery, sealed or otherwise, gel, if you pull it down below 50% charge, you'll kill the battery. With a LiPo, you know how they are, right? They go, like on your drill or whatever, your screw gun. They go, and then they just drop off. And if you leave it for a minute, you might be able to finish your screw or your hole, but then you got to put it on charge. And they don't really care about that discharge. They care more about the loading and how many times you cycle the battery. So you're less likely to kill it. And if you do let it go down low, you're more likely, let's say at the end of the year, you forget, you don't take it out, you leave it. They're not susceptible to freezing. And you can essentially come springtime like now, you're like I did with that green truck. I'm like, holy crap, I left the battery in. Shit. Generally, they just come back. They charge up. So it's something to look into. They are more money, but it might be useful. And I get a little bit into that in that video about like a guy like me or guys like us, you know, can they be useful to us? They're going in that direction anyway. So I guess it's time to learn. But yeah, I just had fun with all of that. But yeah, we're at 2 hours and 53 minutes, so we're doing good. Budno says, isn't there a third wire for temperature monitoring? No, not on these batteries. These are like your run-of-the-mill. Unless, of course, there's some way to pull that from the battery terminals themselves. But I don't know. I think that's kind of part of why I started doing this and why I said yes to that company that offered me this battery. And they had other batteries. I just picked this one. I thought, well, maybe we just need to start looking into this. And that's a good question. Depending upon the application, you probably don't need it. But that's a good question. We need to start investigating this. And I mentioned in the video, like, all of the batteries that I use for all of my equipment. Cameras, cell phones, the microphone. This microphone's running a Li-I. And a lot of guys will run the conventional, you know, copper top batteries, whatever, in these mics. And they complain. They can leak. If they leak, they'll destroy an expensive microphone. Those things don't leak. They tend to go dead. And if you leave the thing on, it will go dead. So there's a lot of problems with that. And I bought like 2 of them, like 2 years ago or something. I leave them on all the time. And if I forget, sometimes I'll forget and I'll come back the next day, just put it on charge, pop another one in. They run all day, sometimes even to the next day with leaving the microphone on. Cameras the same way. They might expand a little bit, and sometimes they don't fit into my cameras. And even like the original Sony battery, one of my original Sony batteries died pretty quick. The aftermarket ones, the after-manufacturer ones, they're still going. I think it depends upon the manufacturer. They might swell a little bit. I sanded the outside a little bit of the battery so they would fit in the camera. And they still go. I think for some of the smaller technology, of course, you know, our drills and such, you know, the performance is there. And I don't think we would really have the power. I mean, NiCad was never able to do what these batteries could do. And if you remember back to some of like the early drills that we would buy, they were all NiCad powered. So there's benefits to this. It's not the only technology. There's new battery technologies coming out, but they're getting better with this battery technology. And I think some of you guys already know how I feel about putting them in cars. It's ridiculous. It's the wrong technology, the wrong battery. We've been making electric motors for years, and some of the new electric motors are the finest things on the planet. Unfortunately, they're connected to batteries. But for all of this stuff, that light that's on, there's a particular battery that I like to use. I have them in a bunch of different sizes from different manufacturers. They run the cameras all day. They run lights all day. These LED lights, that's another thing that we've talked about. You know, you got to watch what you buy, because if you buy anything that's too cheap, it won't last. So we got to look into this. And how does it affect what we do? So I thought the 2 things was see if we can start the biggest tractor I have, run it, and see if we can stick it in a power pack and see if there's any advantages to it. And then at the end of that video, I'll get into, I found a chart and a calculator where you can calculate out, because these lipos are rated in amp hours. So most of us are used to thinking in CCA. So I talk a bit about how to convert and how to think about the differences of the two batteries and how we should think of them, and just leave it at that, because the rest is, well, up to us and we got to figure it out. So that's kind of the premise of the video. And of course I had a lot of fun. And now I have 2 of these jumper packs, which I needed desperately. And one of them has a USB output. So, you know, charge your phone. I mean, somebody like Mikey, I showed Mike, and he's always someplace, towing cars, doing stuff, wherever. He could really use one of these things. Of course, you have those little electronic jumper boosters. They are useful, but they can't run a piece of equipment. They're usually designed to be put on top of a dead battery. These jumper packs, the way I was playing around with them, I just didn't even connect the battery. So if the battery, by the way, if the battery is too dead, it'll cause you a problem, because it's a loading a good jump down to almost nothing. So something like this will run our equipment just straight up. How will it do in a jumper pack? I now need to find a really dead battery and drop it in a machine and have some fun with it. Instead of using like high-tech stuff to calculate everything and check all of that, yeah, I could be all scientific, but I think it's more fun, real-world feel. I have an old battery around here somewhere. I got a whole bunch of them now, and as I've been digging through stuff, I'm like, oh, look. So one step at a time, one video at a time. I'm not looking to answer every question in one video. It would be 6 hours long. So I thought that was cool. There was something else I wanted to mention too, but I don't know if I'm going to remember. I'm getting tired. But all of these questions are really good. And that's what I'm hoping that, like with the LED video and a few other things, people had some questions, and like to put all those together, because I think there's some really good questions and comments, and put all that together in something and maybe make a separate video, a little bit shorter, and talk about that, and also talk about it on a live stream, so we get a feel for this stuff. Of course, those of you that are interested in tractors, that's another story. But certainly camera gear and everything, we know it works very well. We know for the tools it works very well. And those things are designed different. Like I've mentioned about the hybrid cars. Notice you don't see a lot of those go on fire. Because the loading is different. The battery design is different. You can make a better battery because you don't need to make so many goddamn number of them and lay them underneath the car. Right? They're put like back behind the seat, the rear seat. They're in like a blast enclosure. And they actually, for somebody, a lot of people like us, they can be user serviceable, replaceable. They're about $3,000. They're not 10, 15. And you're not using the battery for everything. And they can be designed a little bit better. And for a lot of these kinds of batteries, the design can be a little bit better. You're not asking so much from the battery, like in a car or a truck. And therefore, they tend not to blow up. However, charging is a concern. So one of the things I mentioned in that video is that the power pack that I put it in, it is designed to charge a lead acid, but it's very small. And it charges at a very low rate. And it took over 6 hours to charge that battery. It was probably shipped to me on a slow boat from China. I forgot all about it. Took months to get here. Then it sat around here for a couple of months. And then I used it all day. And then I charged it. It took 6.5 hours. And there was no heat. It was a slow trickle. And I mentioned, I think in the videos, that other than I wouldn't fast charge a LiPo battery unless it was a very specific battery and a very specific charger. And you could count on it. So trickle charge, which isn't a problem, especially for one of these power packs. I mean, most people probably forget to charge them anyway, but they charge up. So, and it was so much fun doing that. And I needed it. I really do. And it was fun modifying it. Now, a lot of the work that I show, you probably wouldn't have to do. Remember, the positive was on one side, the negative was on another, and it was opposite of the original battery that was in there. Keep in mind that even like with battery backup systems, UPS systems and everything, when you go to get a battery, you're looking for a specific size, a specific output, and where the polarities are on the terminals. So if you're going to go buy one, you'd buy the correct polarization, in the right spot. Because there's an offset, there's different terminal types. So you would pick one that would fit properly. Whether it was a lead acid or not. I got the one I got, and I'm like, oh, let's just part out the black one, and we'll make it fit. Yeah, Brett says drones use lipos. Yeah, like the little lipo in Christina's little thing. Except she's got, I think, alkaline batteries in the controller. But that could be lipos. So she bought me a pack of lipo rechargeables that I use in all kinds of things. Sometimes I put them in these things too, although I think these still have the alkalines from when I originally bought it. I have another one, I think, I don't know if it's this one or another one, but I have them in a bunch of flashlights and stuff, and I got a charger for it, and they seem to last. So that's the stuff we're going to... And this is lipo, USB charge, right? It's a neat little... Put a little bit of light on something. So, goes right on top of the camera, and I've had this for a few years, and I use it constantly. And you don't... Again, it's not lead acid. Now, lead acid from Walmart is going to be cheap, as we know, or cheaper. So you probably wouldn't put something like that in something you were going to sell, unless, of course, you advertise it as having such and you charged accordingly and did not accept anything less than the correct amount of cash for the purchase, which, that's a strategy as well. People like it. Is it greener or whatever? The resources for that kind of stuff is quite questionable. But that's another video. But regardless of that, those kind of things have to be sorted out. It's pretty terrible where some of that stuff comes from. Yeah, and drone weight is a total concern. Yeah, that cop that Christina has uses one. Yep. And it's an absolute concern. So, and in our phones and stuff. So this is definitely a technology that has been around. And I was thinking, why isn't it in our stuff, for tractors and quads and, there's so many things that we could probably stick these things in. And they come in so many different sizes. And this company was running a sale. So, of course, when I release the video, and I'll put all those links in. But they periodically do run sales. A lot of these companies. So you could sometimes get as much as like a 50% savings if you catch stuff at the right time. And now you're into a right price. And one of the reasons why they do that is there isn't necessarily a lifespan on it. Like it really doesn't go bad. But I think there's probably like a best buy, best sell date for a manufacturer to keep their stock and inventory moving. And the other thing, too, is they got to keep their inventory moving. I mean, that's just a good thing to do no matter what. It's not a screw or a gasket or something like that your Husky or MTD is inventorying someplace in New Jersey, whatever. It's on a shelf, and it can sit there forever and be NOS. And somebody comes along and like, yeah, I want an original gasket for my valve covers for my 1969, whatever. No, it's a very different thing. So I thought that was kind of cool. And again, I had so much fun. So I got a lot of stuff done this week. That's why I'm shot. And I've got to do some more stuff tomorrow before I can even sit down and relax. So I'm going to head out of here, fellas. We're at 3 hours and 6 minutes and 18 seconds. 21 seconds, 22. I had fun tonight. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for keeping us company and hanging out in the shop with me and Christine and all you fellas. And that was fun. I'm glad she showed up tonight, and I was pretty happy. She just sort of sprung it on me. That was really cool. Special guest. I'll see you guys later. See you later. Take care of Blood Nose and everybody else. Get it?